Once again, we've reached the end of a book. That's right, we're done with Warbreaker. But, well, we're done reading it, because there's still a little more for us to do here on Cosmere Chronicles, the podcast we follow two first-time readers, Justin and Sheta, and we chronicle their journey through Brand Sanderson's Cosmere series. On today's episode, no new chapters, because we finished Warbreaker, and now it's time to wrap up our thoughts on it. And also do some fan casting. So now let's throw it over to the host of Cosmere Chronicles. This is Joe! Thank you, Joe. Yep, everyone, once again, we are here for Cosmere Chronicles. As you heard, we're not reading anything new, because this week we are wrapping up Warbreaker.
Woohoo!
That's right. Once again, I'm joined here by Sheta and Justin.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Yeah, this week, since we're going to be answering a lot of questions and stuff about the book, usually those I skip out on, at least I think I've skipped out on doing the random questions at the beginning. We'll be back with that in the future. Don't worry about it. We still have more things to say that are overrated and piss people off.
I vote to take that out. I don't want to piss anyone off.
No, we need to finish off. We got a couple. We need to finish off all the things that we did underrated for.
You need to do underrated everything ever?
No. We're done with underrated. Just everything we said were
God.
underrated. Well, no, everything we said were underrated, we have to say overrated as well. It's called being balanced.
God, no.
So I think we only have like 2 more categories we'd have to do, but that's for another night or day or whenever people listen to this podcast. In fact, if anybody out there wants to listen, just so you know, the peak time to listen to this and where you get the best experience acoustically, so you might want to pause this, go back, restart this entire show, and start it either at 9:17 a.m. on a Thursday morning, or it'd be, 6:25 p.m. on a Monday afternoon. Those are the best times to start this podcast to get the peak acoustics for how the planet works.
I didn't know you were up in your game that much. Now I'll have to sound less annoying so those acoustics aren't so tedious.
Yep. It has to do with like the curvature of the earth and how it goes and probably some astrology stuff.
Yes, astrology. Very big part of that.
Yes, make sure the planets are aligned for this podcast.
Yep. Exactly. But let's get going into Nalthis before we leave it by having Justin recap last week's episode. Go!
Oh, jeez. Okay, so there was a war. There were a bunch of Heartless attacking, and
Heartless.
Ciri and Susebron were being shepherded out by the priests. They realized the priests were okay, but Bluefinger was a bad guy. And so, Lightsong sacrificed his life to give Susebron a tongue, so Susebron could make a bunch of colors come out. And then they brutally slaughtered all the Pankar, every single one, down to the babes in their crib.
That did not happen.
Well, that's the sequel.
I thought I missed something.
Vivenna met Ciri again, and Vasher revealed that he was an ancient dude. He got all buff and hot. And then he revealed where an army of lifeless were so that they could go hunt down the army that had been let out on the other city. And then it very, very quickly ended with Vivenna and Vasher walking off.
Did you miss Vasher and Denth fighting?
Yes, I did. They fought, and Vasher cheated.
He used the orgasmal ray.
I mean, kind of.
He used the orgasmal ray on Denth.
That's how you interpreted
like,
that,
oh my
not
God.
how I interpreted that.
Well, Justin, you interpreted everybody being killed, so
that's the sequel.
And did I miss it? Did you say what happened with Lightsong?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Yep, that was last week's episode. Good job, Justin. It was doable.
Doable.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, yep. And before we go into this, I'll just let anybody know if they're interested. I did record and I was on the episode of the Cosmere Reads. So if anybody wants to listen to that, it'd be, the episode for Tress of the Emerald Sea, chapters 35 through 43. Right now, if you go to YouTube, look up The Wheel Reads, go to that YouTube page, click on the live videos, and you can watch that video. Otherwise, if you wait a few weeks, they will put it up on their podcast. So you could also listen to it normal podcast. But yeah, if you want to see me, go on there. Alan, Alondo, Tree, they've been on here before. Fun people. It was a fun podcast to go on. Unfortunately, it is a different book that we haven't read yet, so Justin Sheta, we're not on there. And they are also not able to listen to that episode for a while.
Why? I wonder when I can go listen to that. I don't know the reading order, so I don't know.
It'll be a while.
2035, you'll be able to.
Before that. I
Okay.
guarantee that. But anyways, we are here this week to talk about the end of Warbreaker since we finished up that book.
Yay.
So we will just start off, do the usual thing. I'm just gonna ask you what are your overall thoughts on the book?
I liked it. I got to experience a lot of, situations that I wouldn't normally. I really liked the situations that were set up in here with how the entire world was structured. That was fun. The character setups were really fun, and I enjoyed the sister aspect.
And I was really interested in the aspect of, because this is something I've been wondering from previous books, what religion is what is true, having that explored. Because, in fantasy worlds, a lot of times people will believe in, certain entities are gods, but in the real world, we know how much that stuff changes over time, so I like blurring the two of those together in here. And I like touching upon the idea of what even is happening, but not getting a full answer. I find that really interesting as well. And the idea that they have this old magic that has not been fully understood, and that there's people who are trying to stop it from being too understood because of how dangerous it is. I find that interesting too.
Yeah, I think a similar theme from Mistborn is the what you're saying about the religions. There's a lot of layering of the religions, gods that exist and live with you, and then gods that are like how traditional religions are, and then gods and religions from other countries that you don't get to know that much about, and you just know that there are other religions. Yeah, so I think that's interesting, and I felt like it was represented in the book, in a fun way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, been with me. I, just like pretty much all the other stuff, I really liked the book. I thought it was pretty good. It did feel to me a lot more similar to Elantris than to the Mistborn books, where it had less action than the Mistborn books. It had a lot more of the political intrigue, all the plotting and stuff like Elantris had.
Yeah, that's true.
The three central characters of the book, Ciri, Vivenna, Lightsong, I thought they were all great. They had very good character arcs throughout it, with them really figuring out their place in the world and everything like that. And he was also certainly a lot more provocative than his other books, which even by that standard, compared to other stuff out there, it's not all that
I don't know. There were a lot of descriptions that were, Lightsong looked down and her boobs were super big.
They're practically spilling out of her dress.
Yeah, but that's still tame when it's compared to...
You could totally see all of her thigh, man. He almost did her right there.
Oh my gosh.
Even that would be more tame than other stuff, where it's just he slipped her dress slowly off, exposing her breasts.
What kind of books are you reading, man? Heaved. Yeah, they didn't use the word heave enough.
Hey, besides Brandon Sanderson, the only other books I read are books that have Fabio on the cover.
Ah, yeah, that'll do it.
That's our idea for another podcast. We just read different 80s or 90s romance books, but they have to have Fabio on the cover.
I don't think I want to do that podcast that much. I'm just being honest.
Oh, I'm down.
I'm with Justin on that.
How can you suggest that and then say never mind?
Sheta, have you ever heard the word joke?
No. Also, you
All right.
sounded dead serious.
That's the best way to make a joke like that. You have to be deadpan.
Yeah, that's how I keep getting arrested.
Yeah. Back to my thoughts. I do have some criticisms, and I'll bring that up when we have our criticism point. But overall, the book would be thumbs up, enjoyable.
Yeah,
which
like I said, I have no overt complaints. My only complaints are wanting to see more stuff, which is pretty common for stories like this.
Well, right now we'll go into the any criticisms or changes that you'd make.
I guess mine would be more. I wanted more stuff too. I wanted more stuff kind of about the other kingdom, like Ciri and Vivenna's kingdom. It might be my thing where like I get really attached to things that get introduced like really early in the book, like right away. Like that's when I'm the most ready to absorb whatever I'm reading and stuff. So then I get super attached and sentimental to it right off the bat. So I always want to go back there or be like, what are they up to and how are they doing? Like, so
that's an interesting point, Sheta. That is an interesting point because it seemed like this was all going to be based there and we were going to really get to know this culture, right? But it turned out that the only reason we were doing that was so that we could contrast it with the one we were going to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like
especially the stuff with her sister and the religion, right? Like you wanted to see more of that.
Again, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Flaffin.
Flaffin
was
I
my
can get
favorite.
that.
Yeah. And the other thing is for me, when we were also kind of similar, we were introduced to a little taste of the powers with Vasher's intro, where he's doing all this stuff with the magic system in here, like the little straw man that he breathed life into and stuff like that. I was like, ooh, writing notes, like getting ready to see what they do with it, and I think that was it. Like that was the best example for the book for me of someone like infiltrating and using the breath really creatively. Like the only other time is maybe when he infiltrates again, but we're not there with him the whole time. So I was ready for some kind of Mistborn super fight style, but with this system, but we never really got it. So I was kind of missing that. But yeah, like Joe said, it's more Elantris than Mistborn, but I guess I was just waiting for that. But those are just the main two that I have for things I would like.
All right. With me, criticism, it's stuff that comes up at the end, because like I said last week, it just felt very abrupt. You have this stuff about this army getting ready and all that, and you're told, like, oh, yep, you have the stone army, and then that's just it. It really felt like it could have used one or two more chapters. Just show me Susabran, waking up all these stone statues and have them going out. Maybe show just a little bit more of like Vivenna and Ciri, and maybe get one scene of Vivenna saying goodbye to Ciri before she's leaving. The epilogue could stay the same with Vasher and Vivenna, because that's a great ending to the overall story of Vivenna, and the overall book. But I kind of want to see the stone statues go, maybe a quick little fight scene, Vivenna and Ciri saying goodbye, and maybe if Susabran and Ciri do leave, have a scene of Ciri getting to her homeland, seeing her dad, and being like, yep, I actually accomplished something. I wasn't just some useless nobody like you thought I was.
Yeah. Oh, and sorry to jump on there too, but getting to see Susabran see the mountains that Ciri described from her whole town, I would have liked that too, just as a little thing. Like them going there in that same scene you described, that would have been good.
Or maybe even a little bit of just like a sentence or two that would quell Justin's fears about what happened to the Pancall people. Like, you have
what do you mean? I think it's pretty clear that that's canonly. That's what would happen next. It just is. Unless Ciri and Susabran are like the greatest king queen ever, then you should be really worried.
Or like the whole battle with like the lifeless against the stone soldiers. We're just left to assume that it happened. Basher's like, yeah, that will probably work. it'll probably stop it, but we don't actually know for certain. For all we know, the Stone Soldiers went and failed, and the Lifeless then destroyed Idris. Yeah, that didn't. That's
I don't assume that that's what happened,
yeah.
but you never know, man. You never
And another criticism
know.
I have is that like some characters just seem to have gotten dropped. Like Jules and Claude, they did a lot in the first like 2/3 of the
Yep.
book. They're there a lot. Then after Vivenna leaves their lair, after she escapes them, they're never seen for the rest of the book. All we get is just the
That
one.
is pretty much my only strong complaint is those characters being introduced and then not coming back. That and not getting some kind of answer with Tonk Fa. That's really weird.
All we're told is at least Tongfa was at the end, so it makes sense with Vasher being like, he just took the money and left. But we're also told that Jules did that. It's like we had no idea Jules was even in the palace at the end. Like she just does not show up in the last third of the book, which is
Yeah.
pretty glaring for how she was featured in the rest of the book.
And also with Claude and Vasher, like he clearly had a thing with Claude and he didn't ever meet him or anything. Like, yeah, that bothered me too.
And I also would have liked to see just a little bit of resolution about what happened to Blue Fingers. Because, like, in all the other Brandon
We need to
Sanderson
see his
books,
public execution. You're right.
Yeah.
well, just something. In all the other Brandon Sanderson books, we get to see what happens to the villains at the end. Like, Denth, or no, not, yeah. Denth we got to see it with, but, like, Deloff, the Lord Ruler, Strath Venture, Set, Ruin, Quellian, all these like big villains, we actually see what happens to them. With Blue Fingers, it's all we get is Susebron steps in, Blue Fingers gets wrapped up in the awakened cloth, and then that's it. We don't actually see him like get arrested or talked to or anything. We just see him get tied up, and then that's all. It just felt sort of lackluster to finish off the major villain like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'd call him a major villain, actually. As much as I'm saying execute him, he's really not that evil. I understand where he's coming from. That is my complaint. I'd like to see those people explored more, their religion, and build up a little more why they're so frustrated and stuff. Get a sense of what some of the other ones feel as well. I would just explore that side of it more. Because the idea of having it be this other religion that's the big, enemy because of, how things go in the past where some people get things better, some worse, I think that would have been very interesting to explore, to make them either more or less sympathetic and just to explore the idea, basically.
Honestly, with that, I kind of like how it is, because the whole point is that they were just kind of they were just overlooked by everybody. So
let me rephrase. I wouldn't actually want that before. It would be something I'd want to see more of afterwards, because I do agree with you that the fact that wasn't even really on the list of things to think about was interesting.
Yeah, that made it good twist. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, it would be after I'd want to see a little more explored, which would be covered too by them tracking down Bluefinger, like you're saying, and be trying to kill him and realizing they feel bad, and this is just a big, messy, horrible situation.
Yeah. All right, and then what are some of your like top moments, your favorite moments of the book?
I think this is probably predictable, but my favorite moment is when I realized that Susebron was gonna be like a not talking creature type character, and that there was gonna be a romance between him and Siri. That's when I was like, wait a minute, is this my favorite thing ever? Like, I just really like that. I don't really get stories where that is kind of a main part of a story like this. Yeah, like I said, like Edward Scissorhands type thing. And I'm glad he wasn't evil. I'm so glad.
Well, mine's almost the exact opposite. I think my favorite part is when she goes in and sees this creepy monster thing sitting on the throne that she's expected to sleep with no idea what's going to happen. I thought that part was described so freaky and weird, especially when you only get like a glimmer of its eyes and you don't really know anything about it. I liked what it turned out to be. I think that was the right way to go, but that was one of my favorite parts in the book because it was so fucking creepy and he did such a good job of putting you in her position.
I think that definitely helped make the scene I liked sweeter, because you're like,
yeah.
Oh no, he's a monster, and then you learn to trust him.
I think with me, a couple of my favorite moments were, just the whole part where Vivenna finds Parlin's body, finds out the truth about Denth and Tongfa, just because of that whole plot twist. Like a lot of people, you're reading it, you're thinking, oh, they're just the funny mercenaries, like a Disney movies, sidekick characters that help them out and stuff. And then you get there, and all of a sudden, it just does a flip. It's like, oh god, everything they said now has a different meaning, and it just comes off so much darker and creepier. And then another one of my favorite moments is the end of Light Song, where him just remembering his past and everything like that, and just seeing him saving his niece and all that, and then dying, coming back, giving back Larmar his faith, and then Light Song sacrificing himself to give Susebron his tongue.
Oh yeah, the sacrifice was one of my favorite parts, specifically how the whole book they're talking about how, gods are supposed to know when there's sacrifice, and it seems so impossible to even guess, It seems like too big of a choice. The fact that he was just like, oh, it's right now, and then just did it, I liked quite a bit.
Yeah, that was done well.
All right. And then, what death in the book impacted you the most?
Parlin. So basically the scene you liked. Like, Parlin was the one that it was too extreme and too violent for me and creepy.
Yeah, for me, I also think Parlin. It was just so sad. He was just some guy.
Mm-hmm. So innocent. And he was a nice guy.
And he was also kind of killed by the girl that he had a thing for.
I don't know about that. I wouldn't say that.
She was working with the person that killed him.
You made me imagine a whole seduction, kidnap, murder scene, Joe.
What the fuck?
Yeah, where they're like, okay, Denth goes to Jules and it's like, all right, we got to get that. We get to get the kid. Like, Vivenna's gone and he probably helped her. So you got to go get him. And so she knocks on his door late at night. And then he's like, whoa, this is unexpected. And then she walks in and he thinks that she's going to confess her feelings, but it's not how it goes. And that's very sad.
What in the hell is wrong with you, Sheta? You're a freak.
Now that would be sad.
Jesus
That's what Joe
Christ.
said. Joe said that's how it happened.
I never heard him say that.
That's not what I said at all. I said that he had a thing for Jules. She was working with Tongfa and them, and then her associates, the team that she's working closely with, wound up killing him. I did not say anything about her seducing him in order to get him tied up and kill him. Those words were not out of my mouth.
But you can imagine that happening, though, right?
Yes,
No.
I've seen James Bond villains. I've seen that happen. I've watched GoldenEye. You had Xenia on a top in there. All right. Probably the death that impacted me the most would have to be Blushweaver. I mean,
Yep.
From the beginning of the book, we did know that, Light Song, he is a main character. But the entire time, I was primed for him to die. I knew that the book would most likely end with him sacrificing himself. That made the most sense for his character arc, and once you're told, yep, a lifeless or a return can sacrifice themselves in order to heal somebody, you know it's going to happen at some point in the book. You don't bring that up without it happening. So I figured it would be Light Song. But then just the way where after all that stuff, it's, oh, here's Blushweaver, she's a god, and then just slit throat, dies. Like,
Jesus
you're going through the book, you think, oh, they can't, they're gods, that can't happen, but nope, it does happen, and she just gets killed pretty much right in front of her boyfriend. It messes him up, and as I said before, like throughout the entire book, I kept going back and forth on whether, was she manipulating Light Song? Was she not? Was she evil? Was she not? Going back and forth, but then once it gets there, it's like, all right, and then she dies like, all right, I don't think she was evil, and just kind of feel sad for everybody. Then I'll go with, who would you say are your 3 favorite characters?
3? You said 2. Okay.
No, in the list I wrote, all I said was favorite characters. I did not put a number.
Oh, okay. I guess I put 2. Oh. Well, number 1, Susebron, and then Night Song, and
who is Night Song?
Oh, I just wrote Night Song.
Is it Light Song or Nightblood?
Right.
Or did they do the fusion dance?
Yeah, when they fused in the epilogue. Yep. No, it would be Night Blood, and then I guess Light Song if I wrote song down. But I think actually I like Vasher. So yeah, so Sebron, Night Blood, and Vasher in that order.
I am gonna have to say probably Ravenna, Vasher, and Tankfa.
Oh my god. Get out.
I like him.
What is it you like about him? Actually,
He's
once you
crazy.
thing, you might
He
like.
puts animals on his shoulder and then he stabs them against a wall. That's super interesting to me.
That's gross.
You
And
know,
You put a serial killer in a book, I will like them 100 times more.
King Iodon was not one of your top 3 favorite characters in.
Well,
ooh,
here's the
that's
difference,
true.
actually. He wasn't a serial killer. He was a ritualistic cultist killer. It's totally different.
Oh, okay. You know that thing I said, Justin, about be careful what you keep saying?
If people listen, they will get that from me very quickly.
Well, Sheta, that's like saying that people who like the Joker as a villain are like crazy and evil.
No, Justin
You could
didn't say that. He said that what was it? What was Ellen's dad's name?
Straff.
Yeah, Straff did nothing
Straff.
wrong. That is Justin's t-shirt.
Oh no.
Yeah, and also
Well,
every
can
week.
you argue with me? That's the
Yes,
question.
yes.
Also
He's
every week,
mean for no reason.
Justin did keep saying how lame Straff was every week.
I think all we can say is we need to put our trust in the citizen. That's all I'm saying.
All right, with me, my 3 favorite characters would probably be Vivenna. I enjoyed her story the entire time. Being person coming in, thinking she knows what's going on, she gets beaten down, humbled, and then she builds herself back up. And the thing I like about it too is it's a very easy thing for somebody to write a character being like, oh, they're wrong about everything and get beaten down. There's nothing good about them. But the way Brandon did it is, yeah, she was humbled. She was wrong about a lot of stuff. But when she builds herself back up, she's figuring out, all right, this is something that I liked about myself before. This is what I felt was right about myself. This is so there was still good points about her in the entire time that she was able to build upon. It was not a case of just a lazy writer going, yep, they come in, they're wrong about everything, and yeah. I like her always having some good points and all that. And then at the end when she just decides, you know what? No, I'm just gonna be my own thing. I'm not wanted here, I'm not wanted there. I'm just gonna go do what I want now. F this. I liked Siri a lot too. Same thing, she had the whole storyline, just figuring out who she is. She gets thrown into a shitty situation, and she's able to take how she already is and grow. And like Vivenna said in the end of the book, it's Siri at the end. She's not the person who just relished in being, just unimportant. She's now a queen, and she's kind of showing off her power as queen. And my last one, it's kind of hard because I like both Light Song and Blushweaver, but I might have to go with Blushweaver just because when I went through the book, just
Because
I
of the
kept
heaving.
She's hot.
well, sure that's part of it. But
If this was an anime, Blushweaver would be my favorite character. I agree with you.
but it's more because as I read through it, the character that probably got me to think the most and just contemplate was probably Blushweaver. Just because I said, just always trying to think like, what's she plotting, what's her game, and is she manipulating Lightsong? Is she not? Just all this stuff just probably made me think the most about what her overall goal was and what she was doing throughout the book. All right. And the next question will be, how do you feel about Breath/Awakening, Biochroma as a magic system?
Well, I kind of said it earlier with I thought it was really interesting. What did I say? Oh yeah. I thought it was really interesting, and the way the rules were said was how like it was kind of linked to like maybe souls or something similar. I like that aspect a lot, and playing with that in a kind of religious sense was really interesting to me. And like what it would mean to not have a breath, and then using it or basing the rules for it around that was really fun. Like having it be easier if it's shaped like a little person to like
That's my favorite aspect, I think.
yeah. So
We
I
should have
thought that
seen
was.
more of building little people to do
I
things.
really wanted a little guy. That's why I was like, we got Nightblood, but then I wanted a little guy, like a little gingerbread man type guy. That would be our like a little sidekick.
He wouldn't be alive.
Yeah, but he could be a little helpful guy, you know? He's
Yeah.
cute. That's why I also hope. I forgot to say I wanted the squirrel to be a pet and stuff.
Yeah, the squirrel, like I said, I wanted that to be one of those you don't have him till the very last scene when he jumps on somebody.
He jumps in
What
and
was, yeah,
is a little
like whatever
helpful.
command he was given, he's still technically doing.
Yeah,
That would have been so corny and lame, and yet I still would have liked it.
yeah,
It'd be like Doctor Doom versus Squirrel Girl.
yeah.
I think it was fucking weird. I don't know what it is, but breathing for magic, it's just weird. Or like breaths and color inside you. I don't know what it is. Something about it, it felt okay. So I'm not like a spiritual person, but something about it felt sacrilegious to me to be using like your own soul for magics and then taking other people's souls and mix and matching, and you don't have your original one and it doesn't matter. I don't know what it was. It just
does seem like
I wonder.
blasphemous.
Yeah, it wonder to me if you learn what's happening on the other side, if it would turn out that you're like destroying yourself and you're going to go to whatever their version of hell is, you know.
Well, yeah, that's
I have
what
no evidence of that, but what's that?
that's what Vivenna and them's religion was. Like
Yeah.
it's like it's selling your soul to the devil basically and for
Well,
money.
also
Like
like if you lose your breath, right? And it's not your soul in the book. It's more like it's some kind of magical essence, you know.
uh-huh.
But like if you get rid of it and then you get some other random person's one, that's pretty weird, right?
I
You know.
really wanted to see
And
that explored. Yeah.
well, I don't think it matters. I think it's more like, you know, getting a kidney transplant. As long
Well,
as it
that's
fits, it
why
doesn't matter, you know.
I thought that was why Denth was a little not how he used to be because I thought he might have gotten a bad soul and stuff, you know.
I don't think by the text that it's like that, but I would worry about that stuff if I lived in that world.
Yeah.
And then the other thing was the idea that these gods suck out children's little breaths. I never got over that. I never did. And the fact that it's like, yep, Light Song's the good guy. He sacrificed himself. I'm like, yes, he is. I agree with all of that. And yet at the same time, this God King I'm supposed to be liking has been sucking out children's souls for how many years? Like hundreds of years. It's just like I know that within the text of the book, it's not the way I think of it, but I just could not get over that, so it creeped me the hell out.
It's pretty messed up.
However,
Yeah.
I like the idea that this is just a world. This isn't like magic. This is a world where the world makeup is like this, and people are exploring what is possible within the world based on whatever souls or energies or whatever, I don't know, exist within it. I found that aspect really interesting, you know, but not doing it in the usual, like, oh, it's just science kind of way, which can be I like it sometimes, but it can be kind of boring. I liked how it was just like, we're not in a world that has magic for us to play with. We're in a world that's like this, and people are just exploring it as anyone would in any world. It felt very human.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I thought the magic was interesting, like you guys said, like using the fact that it's like everybody has one breath. You have one. And then in order to be able to actually do stuff with the magic, you have to accumulate those. So you have to either buy them from you have to buy them. You have to get them from somebody else. So you're kind of getting these breaths as like a monetary system in magic, which is kind of interesting. And then the fact that there are, multiple levels where, all right, if you reach like this level of breath, you get like an additional power. If you reach this, you get like an additional power, just like
Level
building
up.
up on it. Pretty much, yeah. And the other thing that I thought was, if you read the Ars Arcanum, it's like one thing that's interesting. It's talking about like, yep, when you're at like the 10th heightening, you get this and you get this, and you probably also get more. We're just not sure on that. Where it's showing that the person who's writing the Ars Arcanum, even they don't know the stuff. I've said it before in past book, but the Ars Arcanum, they are written by somebody in world. It's not like a out of world text, just straight up explaining it. It's
Hoyd
we
writes
know
it, right?
what?
Hoyd writes it,
Stop,
right?
Sheta. Stop. This guy is not a character.
I don't know. I think it is. Ooh, I'm making predictions for the Cosmere overall already.
You don't know what a Cosmere is.
I'm guessing. I wonder if the the God King original with the wanting his heirs to pass on this breath is the one who wrote that, or someone close that they're still experimenting to be like, let's keep going and seeing how high we can get this and how far we can go with it, like by passing it on and seeing how high we can get.
Well, the person who got it to the 10th heightening and wanted them to keep passing it on was Vasher.
Huh?
Vasher's the one. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Oh my gosh. Yep.
Did you forget
I
that?
I did not realize that. I mean,
I forgot that. I don't remember that at all.
That was the climax of the book. He shows up,
yeah.
and because he was peace giver, so he's the one that gave
Yep.
them the 50 breaths.
I
It's
just
like,
did not make that connection.
here's the
Yeah,
50,000 breaths. You have to watch over it for years until I, come back.
I don't know. Too much was happening, I guess.
Right, yeah, it was.
I'm surprised you
Freaking
didn't pick up on that
Ash-
shit.
A lot of shit was happening. But yeah, I just didn't make that connection because Vasher is so different. He's kind of neglectful. Does that mean he's like Susabron's dad or something? Grandpa?
Well, it said that he created. Well, we don't exactly know what happened exactly
Yes,
because
Sheta, he's his grandpa.
Oh, yay!
because the legend we were told earlier in the book was that Peacegiver gave up his divine breath in order to create the first God King. Since Vasher's still alive, that's clearly not what he did to create the first God King.
So he's his dad, actually.
Well, Susabron is the fourth, so the closest he would be great-great-grandfather.
Yay!
I'm your pappy.
Okay, Eddie Guerrero. I'm your poppy. And then, all right, and I went past the favorite characters. I forgot to go through our the overall favorite character voting stuff.
I'm very curious for this book, but I have a guess.
So, well, the first thing I'm going to bring up is when we started Warbreaker, when I posted the preview episode, I did also, on 3 different places, put up a spot where people could vote on a poll for who they thought would win the most votes for favorite character. 3 places where I know I can put a poll on. So on Spotify, I can. On Key Amongst Ancient Letter, formerly known as Twitter, I can. And on YouTube, I can. So those are the 3 places I put them. So first, on Spotify, we only got 1 vote on there, but the vote was for Siri.
All right, nice.
All right, and then...
If that one guy wins, I'm going to be so impressed.
And then this would be from Key Amongst Ancient Letter, formerly known as Twitter. Oh, and the 4 choices on all of them to vote for were Siri, Vivenna, Lightsong, Vasher.
You're telling me you didn't think that it would be Tankfa?
I went with the POV characters.
That is logical. They do have an unfair advantage.
All right, so through this, on there were only 6 votes. Vivenna got 33% of the vote, Lightsong got 16%, and Vasher came in first with 50% of the votes. And then last was on YouTube, where we got 11 votes. Neither Siri nor Vivenna got any votes on YouTube.
Oh no!
Vasher got 36%, Lightsong got 64%.
I think that says a lot about our audience on each platform.
Yeah, and we also did get a comment on it on the YouTube from Blue Shark 85. And Blue Shark said, "I can imagine a future where Sheta gets freaky about Vasher and tips the scale heavily in his favor."
Well, somebody knows you.
Yeah.
Well,
correct.
Not really, because I don't know, because
Not
she
really,
didn't
because
do that.
Claude wasn't on the list.
Just about, yeah. Just about her getting freaky with some of those ships.
I didn't write the book, all right? I just had to make the choice.
Yeah. No, you wrote your own book about this stuff.
Sheta, you didn't write the book, but also the book did not write anything about Claude and Vivenna having a thing for each other.
You know, you
They
can't
shared
bring that up anymore because Claude and fucking
rules.
Jules had some shit. So we're the
Mhm.
fools for not seeing that while Sheta did.
That's right.
Justin, notice how I did not say Claude and Jules. I specifically
Yeah,
said Vivenna.
but now it's rational to have thought that. To be like, I wonder if they'll hook up. Where before it was like, obviously not. Now they're like, this is a world where people do fuck zombies. And I'm like, well, I guess I was wrong.
God, I'm
Well-
sorry,
well-
I laughed so loud.
Well, Justin, I knew the entire time you guys were reading the book about that.
Yeah, I know you did, but I didn't. I was shocked.
Right. So that's how the people thought we would go. Looks like most of them thought Vasher. So, which character do you guys think came in first?
Vivenna.
Just from those 4, right?
No, from us
No.
voting. All characters.
Yeah, I
Yes.
know.
Yep. From all our favorite characters the entire time.
Vivenna, yeah.
Yep, it was Vivenna. She got 10 votes.
Mhm.
Now, who do you think came in second?
Siri.
I agree. I think Siri came in second.
Yep, it was Siri with 8 votes. And then third place, you had 2 people tied for third place.
What? Just the last
Vasher and
2?
Susabran is my guess.
Well, it would just be the last 2, right? Vasher.
Lightsong and Vasher, you think?
Yeah.
Well, just be. Remember, I just picked the 4 who I thought would be the most likely in the votes. It just depends on what you guys
Yeah.
think actually win.
It's what you
Okay,
think
so
won,
This is
Sheta.
this is
That's
the
why
real.
I think Susabran tied.
Yeah, for sure.
So Sheta, who were your 2?
So Sebron and Light Song.
Yep, it was Lightsong, Susebron, both with 4 votes.
Yeah.
Next came in Nightblood with 3.
Woohoo!
Then Denth and Vasher, both with 2. And then lastly, the people who got 1 vote were Bluefingers, Larmar, Parlin, the Squirrel, and Tonkfa.
I'm sorry, who the fuck gave Bluefingers a vote?
You probably?
I don't know.
think so.
That sounds
think
like
it was-
you.
I think
I
it was
never
early.
liked Bluefingers. He's not that charismatic. He's a really small character.
Who was it, Joe? Was it Justin? I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have voted for him.
I do not remember. It would have been either Justin or me,
Yeah.
but I feel like it might have been Justin.
Yeah,
I think
Why would I vote for Bluefingers? What did he do?
You do that all the time. Yeah, no, I'm pretty
I
sure I
vote for
remember.
characters who I think are cool.
It was you. I'm
You can't
like
just say that.
I'm like 100%. I remember it because I was like, "Why? He's all untrustworthy."
Could it have been like the stuff where he would have been like helping Siri and stuff at the beginning, talking to her when she was bathing or something like that? Being
Yeah.
I
weird?
don't think so, man. I don't think so.
Well,
You're gonna
at some
sound
point,
so-
he got a vote. Unless it was Nick. Maybe Nick voted for him when he was on that one
I
time.
don't think he did. That's
Does
not
Nick
a
get a
Nick
vote?
character.
Yeah, no. It was you. I will. Joe will look up the episode and tell us.
I won't.
Yep.
I love you're complaining all this stuff about Bluefingers, not the fact that Parlin got a vote.
Well,
Yeah,
of
'cause
course
that's
she'd
how
have
we
voted for
voted for him.
Parlin. Yeah, she'd have
Yeah.
loves Parlin. All the rest of them make perfect sense to have gotten a vote. Bluefinger, I'm like, what? When?
Justin, it was you.
Yeah, I need the context of why, otherwise I won't believe you.
Okay. He was pretty interesting at the beginning. He was where we got most of our info from, and he was basically Siri's main source of income, or main source of info and
Income.
yeah. And he was kind of funny with being all wishy-washy and nervous, and then kind of
Sheta, sounds like you voted for him, because I don't have any of those thoughts about the
I-
character.
did I vote for him? I will eat my hat if that happens.
I always thought Bluefinger is the boringest character in this book. I have always thought that.
All right.
Sheeta,
Well,
you don't wear a hat.
Actually, she wears
How do
hats
you-
sometimes.
how do you
Baseball
know?
caps.
You're right. She does.
Hmm.
I'm surprised you don't put a little initial by the vote.
Oh, that's because I just put the name and then just slowly tally up the stuff. I'm not putting each week.
That's like when I get hurt in D&D. I always write what kind of damage and from who, so that I can remember who to kill.
You know what? I don't care anymore. It's too much
We
work.
decided it was Sheta. It had to be.
What? Okay, if anyone remembers who it was who voted for Blue Fingers, please let us know.
All right. Well, let's just go on to our next question. All right. Which character in the story would you marry? The important question we will ask every book.
Yes.
See, this one, there's some actual options for us. Last couple, it was like, do you want the bitchy evil girl or the bitchy protagonist girl? You know?
Jeez, that's what you think? Wow.
No, that's a positive. I prefer a bitchy girl for these characters.
yeah, but that's how
this
you
just
judge the girls that have
Here.
been in the books. They're all
or
Yes,
the
bitches.
spunky carefree girl.
Yes, Justin, I know your girl from High School of the Dead.
Granted,
would Ray count as the bitchy character?
everyone is a bitch in that show. That's the show. They're all bitches.
Psycho's not really one compared to the other two.
She's a psychotic bitch. The only one who's not is the doctor or the nurse.
Hmm,
In this book, that's actually a pretty tough choice.
nice. You know what? The buffet over here.
We all know who you're gonna pick, Sheta.
I know, but
I actually don't know who you're gonna pick, Sheta. I don't know. You have a
where's
buffet
Sheta?
of freaks.
Oh, I know. I have like all my types in this one.
She's
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
go
with
with Siri.
Tonfa.
Oh yeah, I forgot Tongfa. I'm gonna go with Siri personally. Like, I like Vivenna's character a lot, but Siri's more carefree but competent attitude would appeal more. Or Vivenna would be a bit much, I think.
Also, Vivenna will depend on if it's early book Vivenna or late book Vivenna.
I'm assuming everyone is at whatever aspect of that you like the most.
All right.
Because, I mean, if
So-
Sheta picks Light Song, it's not dead Light Song, obviously.
Light song before he dies. So a normal, like,
Yeah,
less
back when he
hot
was a
version.
human on
Yeah.
a ship. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Man, Vivenna's the character where you could really say pre-crisis or post-crisis Vivenna.
Yeah.
All right. I guess it will not come as a surprise, except for Justin. I will go with Sesebron with a
Got it.
runner-up of Claude.
Claude? He doesn't have a personality.
But he will be so obedient.
You're sleeping. You're marrying a zombie slave. He has no choice. That is evil.
Yes, and she just saying her perfect man has no will of his own, follows every order given, and never talks.
Sounds good. Right, ladies? I'm just
Her
kidding.
second one doesn't have a tongue, has no experience with life, and will be completely devoted to you.
All right. To be fair, the other guys are like grouchy, mean guy who treats me like I'm dumb.
What about Parlin?
Parlin doesn't even like me. He likes cool adventure girls.
He'd like
not
you if you weren't a
me.
bitch, you know?
See, you know who would like me? Claude would like me.
Yeah, he would have no choice.
Yeah.
You reminded me
Claude-
of that. What do you want to do when you grow up? I want to have 100 kids, so they all have to be my friends. That they do in the office when Michael's a kid.
Yeah. Okay, Big Mom.
Big Mom only had 85. She did not reach 100.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, she still can do it.
All right. For me, I guess it may be a surprise to some people, but I would go with Vivenna.
Whoa,
As-
shocker.
It's not a surprise to me. I
No,
knew you were
no.
going to pick
At
Ravenna.
all.
I don't know. I felt like some people might think I would go with Siri since I picked like Alrianne and Serini.
No way. The Ven is
Siri's
I like-
not annoying enough. That's the problem there.
But I like Vivenna more. She's a little bit more not as like Siri just might be too preppy or too that sort of stuff.
That's exactly why I picked her. That's hilarious.
preppy. Interesting.
But at the same time, Vivenna would probably hate me.
Well,
So,
we're not factoring that in. Obviously, they'd all hate us, except she does, of course. Who would have no choice.
See, that's a for sure shoo-in.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
though.
only base book and movie crushes based on if they'd actually date me. So
Yeah.
my slimmings are a lot less than other people's waifu lists.
Yeah, I seem like their type in the books. I'm just kidding. Oh, yeah, Ravenna's into hairy guys. So,
Yeah, I'm just like
Yeah.
Vasher. I'm just as cool as him.
That is still just your ship. There was nothing in the story that said she wanted to hook up with him. That was your
There's
ship.
enough.
She oogled his body. His
She
hairy
did
body.
not, to be fair. She did not oogle his body, but I do hear what
She
you're saying.
did. She looked at
Let's
it.
be
and she was like-
precise here. Nobody was oogling.
she lingered on it. Hmm
But yeah, I would go with Vivenna. So, trying to think, who all have we picked so far? Because I had Serene, Lady Kliss, Alrianne, now Vivenna.
Lady Kliss.
I think Justin, did you pick Serene in the first one, or
Or who? I'm just kidding.
there
Yeah,
was
I don't think I did.
Tarina? There's Tarina, or you might have picked her.
Yeah, I
Did
think
I
Karada.
pick the queen after Sheta cast Christina Hendricks to play her?
No,
No.
because we did our vote before then.
Ah,
And then after that, I think then Justin just stayed with Lady Shan throughout the entire Mistborn.
even after she was dead? I don't think so.
Yeah, because our thing was throughout the other ones is you could keep it and she would not be dead.
Ah, okay. Yeah, there we go.
Lady Shan. Again, your streak with like really terrible bitchy girls is ongoing.
What streak? It's only one of 3 books.
Nope, it's a streak.
If that was true,
Sheta?
I would have picked early book Vivenna in this book. Honestly, if Vivenna would have stayed the way she was at the beginning of the book, she probably would have been my choice. So, to be fair.
If she
Why not
was more
Jules?
terrible. Yeah,
Jules is a fucking creepy necrophile. I'm not into that.
She was in love with him before he became like that. But we don't know. Maybe that's a plus for her after he died.
Hold on, trying to remember. I want to remember Sheta. Like, Sheta? Did you pick Raoden in the first one?
Not
I think I
Dilaf.
picked Dilaf.
Not
Okay.
Hrathen? I assumed
No.
you'd pick Hrathen.
No, I think Sheta did pick Raoden. She said that she almost picked Dilaf.
Oh,
but
yeah. Yeah, that sounds
she
Yeah.
right.
decided against it. And then I
Raiden,
believe
yeah.
then I think it was it Spook the entire time for the other ones, or did you have Kelsier?
What was it? Every book I got to pick one?
Yeah, you picked it. You picked character in the first one. That each subsequent book, you had the choice if you wanted to change them or not.
I wondered if I picked Zane for that.
Definitely.
No,
Yeah.
questions.
no.
Of course you did.
No.
No?
That one I know for a fact she'd have picked Spook because I questioned her at it, and she said that she likes the bad boy, but she would not marry them.
Oh, that
Hmm.
sounds familiar.
Okay. Right. So I might cheat on Spook with Zane a little bit.
What the
That's
fuck? You know how heartbroken Spook would be? What the hell's wrong with you?
He'd forgive me. I'm just kidding.
No, he wouldn't.
If he liked me like he liked
Like Claude would like you.
Min.
No one's gonna like you that much. Joe, get off this topic. You're gonna get Sheta arrested.
All right. Well, all right. Now, anything else that you got? Either of you want to say about Warbreaker or this book, or anything else you want to throw out there?
Yeah, I got nothing.
this is really fun. I did feel like he had a lot of fun setting up the stuff with like all the gods and having them all be like attractive and godlike and just hanging out. I did want to see a little more of the other gods like that, but
Oh,
that might
I
have been
agree with
too
that
much for me to
completely.
handle. Yeah.
That could have been its own book, honestly.
I forgot my other favorite part is when Lightson's hanging out with those other gods and they're all like Adonises and stuff. And I was like, that's fun. Adonises? Is that how you say it?
Adonai is the plural of Adonis.
I don't think so, because I think Adonis is
I don't
just
think
the
there's a
name of a
word for
person.
that.
Yeah, I know it's just a
Yeah.
name. So just calling them Adonai is
What
hilarious
situation
to me.
where that would be used? Adonises, I like that one.
There's a lot of Adonai around here, huh? Yeah, man.
Nice.
All right. Yeah. My thoughts. I like the book. I really like the characters. As I said before, this This book was really focused on the characters and each of their growths, with then Basher kind of being there to be more of the plot person. I would be, like I said last time, like this, like a sequel to this is on Brandon's like list of stuff he wants to write, but it's not a guaranteed. But I do really want to see the story go on. I want to see what happens with Vivenna and Vasher. I don't know if Siri and Susa Brown would show up, but I would like to see them again, and I would like
They
to.
have to show up. That would be so annoying if you didn't see them. I need my question answered about what they did.
I'm mainly thinking about like if they would have like, because the priest told them, yeah, you guys can't have kids, but we know for a fact that Returned can have kids. So I like to think they're able to figure it out, and that way, Susebron and Siri do have at least one child, maybe more than one.
Do you think
I
they
would
didn't
love the
really have
sequels.
sex? They just thought that they did because they're so inexperienced. Like,
What the hell is wrong with you?
Normal guys. You know, they're like,
Joe,
oh, we
do
kissed.
not answer
Oh,
this
we had
question.
sex. Like,
Oh
like,
my
why
God.
aren't you pregnant yet? I don't know. Like,
Sheta, there are so many disgusting jokes you're making me want to make here that I'm holding back on. You need to stop, or I'm going to start saying shit.
oh, do it. Don't leave me hanging.
No, don't bring me to your level.
Yep, and the other thing I think about too is going with like a movie or a television show adaptation. I do feel like this series or this book would be another one that'd be really good to make into like a movie or a TV series.
Yeah,
Like,
that would be fun.
it's overall like special effects, they're not going to be too much for them to make. Most time it's just seeing like the breath come out or seeing the items animate, and that's not too bad to go with. And well, I know for like Mistborn, Brandon Sanderson has said that he would prefer a movie instead of a series because he feels like it would probably reach a wider audience with a movie.
100. I don't know. Nowadays, a series might.
No way. There's too much to
no.
cover.
But like, not everything's going to be Game of Thrones where it just explodes. Like most of the time now, if you're having a series, like what he explained is most of the people that are going to be watching, a large portion of them are already the people who read the books. If you have a movie, very good chance you can reach other people.
You're telling me you don't want 2 seasons of Mistborn that were greenlit immediately and then it never continues, Joe? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
That's exactly what I'm telling you. I don't want that.
We
That
all
would be
love
so
that.
sad.
But
No.
with
It's always better when you don't get an ending because then you can make up your own. Don't you wish Game of Thrones ended after 2 seasons? Imagine how great that would have been.
with Warbreaker, well, I do, with this particular one, well, I think a movie could be good. I almost would kind of like it as a show. That way you could have more time with like Denth and Tonk Fa and then get the twist. But yeah, those are pretty much my thoughts, my final thoughts on it. Even though I did throw criticism out earlier, I do think this book is still very good, well worth a read. And now that we're done with all our questions and stuff, now it's time to go over to the second half of our episode, which will be for the fan casting.
Fan casting.
And one thing...
What is this fucking Sesame Street shit?
Is that what that sounded like too?
To me, it did.
And one thing I'm hoping for, this little segment may be cut out if I don't get it to work, but I'm hoping that this episode, I do make a video version that I put onto YouTube as well. That way, when we say our actors, I'll put up images of them.
Yeah.
I will try to
do
do that. There may be a second YouTube video if that is the case. You have the normal podcast one. The second one may say with pictures. If that is the case and you kind of want to do that, watch it. If that doesn't exist, you're not going to be hearing this anyways because I will not have been able to
I hope
edit
it
and
does.
put it up.
I would love to see the pictures. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. So that's the thing. If you're hearing this and you want to check out the video, go check out the YouTube. I'll probably also do the same thing and putting them onto like Twitter and stuff. But actually, if the YouTube thing works, then I probably won't because that will save me time.
If you do it, Joe, you should do at the end, put all the casting on one picture together so we can visualize what the movie would look like.
That won't help you visualize what the movie will look like, Sheta.
In a grid,
Because
like
there'll be such...
Sheta,
yeah.
the images we use are not made
Yeah.
to be like everyone hanging out in a crowd.
You just Photoshop it, like and then put them in costumes, and then make.
If you want to do that, go right ahead. I don't use Photoshop. Cheetah, I use MS Paint because I don't need to worry about that sort of stuff. If you want to Photoshop it and spend the time, you go right ahead and do that. You have a week to do
Okay.
that. All right, so we'll do the usual thing. We will let Sheta lead us in the fan casting.
Oh.
Sheta will say her person first, then Justin, then me.
Okay. All right. So Joe sent us a list, so we don't go too crazy. So I'll just go from the top of the list with casting our leading lady. What?
Oh, the list I sent you was just in alphabetical order.
Oh, okay.
It was? No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Not the one I saw.
The one I put in.
Oh my god,
Discord.
it is. Okay. I must have just put it in my own order. Okay.
Oh shoot!
Yeah.
You know what? I actually wrote it down before, so it is not in that order anyway. So I'm
Well,
sorry.
no.
Yeah, I don't want to do alphabetical order. That
Well, no.
sucks.
Well, no, don't do it in alphabetical order. That's what I was
Yeah.
about to say. Don't go from the top. Go with whatever list you feel like should go. But the one I put in there was alphabetical order.
I see.
Yep, so we will, like I said, Sheta will lead us through this thing. We'll do Sheta's person, Justin's, then mine. So go right ahead, Sheta. Get us started.
Okay. So first, for our leading lady, I casted
Which leading lady? There were two.
Yeah.
Siri. I casted Elle Fanning to play our young yet mature, fun Disney princess vibe girl. If you don't know Elle Fanning, she played
Yeah, I don't know
Aurora in Sleeping Beauty, Sleeping Beauty in the Maleficent movies. That's where I know her from mostly.
Wasn't she in the Bob Dylan movie with?
Yes, she's also in Complete Unknown with Timothy Chalamet. But yeah, I thought she could do that kind of young, but light vibes like her. Yeah.
And I think she also did. She was also part of the dub cast. She played the younger girl in My Neighbor Totoro.
We know Sheta loves the dubs for those Miyazaki movies, right, Sheta?
Wait, no, what? Was there a new dub?
There's only
Back
been
when she was a little kid.
Yeah, because it was Dakota Fanning played the older sister and Elle Fanning played the younger sister.
I did not know that.
Wait, you don't like the Miyazaki dubs?
Those things are terrible. They just toss a random celebrity in. What was the one where they just tossed Alec Baldwin in randomly? Like, they're so bad.
I don't know. But I did grow up with some of the dubs only. Like, I watched Kiki's Delivery Service in dub with Kristen Dunst as Kiki, and I really liked that, you know? Like, when they casted kind of, like, real actors, it was fine, you know?
That's what I hate, is nowadays, a lot of actors are able to translate into voice acting pretty easily, but back then, a lot of them were so awkward.
Even Miyazaki tells people to watch the dub.
Yeah, Miyazaki, I think he has a great artistic vision. I also think he's a dumbass sometimes, so.
But it's not like Nausicaa of the Wind. That one, they fucked over that dub in the 80s. That was...
Well, good. I've never seen that one. I won't watch the dub then.
Oh, well, no, the current dub's good. In the 80s, they took the movie, cut out about 30 minutes of it, rearranged it to make it much more of like an action sort of thing, and gave it a different name.
Oh, I think I heard
I watched
that.
the trailer for that. It's like, oh, this is bad. The new dub where they did in like 2005, that one's actually pretty damn good.
Okay.
It starred Alison Lohman, where you guys probably know her from Drag Me to Hell. And then pretty much after that, she retired.
I really liked her. I thought she was going to go a lot of places. Interesting. I totally forgot, though, that yeah. That's a good movie.
Right, but
okay.
Back to Elle Fanning.
Elle Fanning playing Siri.
Yep, I could see it.
She also has experience being a princess, so that's something.
All right. For my Siri, I wanted somebody who can be really annoying and spunky while also always being likable. And so I went with Natalie Dormer.
Another princess. Very nice. She plays. You have to tell people who she plays.
Oh, I mean, Marjorie Tyrell, and she's in Hunger Games.
Technically, she
If
was
you
not a
mix
princess,
those-
she was a queen.
I think that she is. Everyone is always incredibly drawn to her charisma, you know. And you needed somebody like that because with the wrong actress, that character would be the most unlikable character in the world, I think.
Natalie Dormer also played Anne Boleyn in The Tudors.
Really?
And
lot
willing
of
to do some more risque scenes, which I can't imagine you making poor Elle Fanning do shit.
Wow, why did you say that? No, I didn't
Because
think of
she
that,
seems
but
so innocent in these pictures.
what does that remind me of? I've seen things where people are like, yeah, never
No,
mind.
she's a grown woman. I know, I'm just joking.
She is 27. That's, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just kidding.
Yeah, I think the one thing is, Elle Fanning's a little bit older, Justin's Natalie Dormer, and then also my actress will be technically a little bit old for a series, so they have to be magically aged down.
For mine, that was another aspect. I was specifically trying to pick actresses who can play much younger than they are. You know, some people have that face. You know, like Sheta's actress, it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So mine, as I said, it is an actress that's a little bit older, so it'd have to be somebody that's a little bit. She'd have to be magically aged down some, but she does have a little bit younger face.
Meryl Streep.
But mine, it is somebody where I've seen her play roles where she's kind of more out there, or not the word, but I've seen her play roles where she's more calm, collected, but other ones where she is a little bit more outgoing and stuff. So mine would be, come on, Kaya Scodelario. I think how you pronounce her name.
Her. Justin, that's your girlfriend.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up. I was trying to even figure out who this was for a second, but yeah, I recognize her.
So I've seen her in two things. She was in The Maze Runner, which is where I said she was typically a little more calm, collected. And then she was in Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, where she was a little more outgoing, funner character. And that's more of the series. It would be more her in Pirates of the Caribbean. Not that great of a movie, but I thought she was one of the high points in that movie.
Yeah, the actors are all good in that movie. She was also in Crawl. That was that movie, right? Where, like, that's one of those movies that you need to be really captivating. Otherwise, the movie doesn't work.
And she was also one where I was actually surprised to find out that she, I think, is like 33. Because I thought that she would be like mid-20s at the most.
Yeah, all these actresses that we've picked can play younger than they look. So that's interesting that we all went that route. But we all picked somebody a bit older because we knew it'd be fucking creepy to get a young actress in the role.
What, a real 17, 16-year-old or however old?
Is that how old Siri was? Oh, yeah.
I also don't know that many young actresses like that.
Oh, for these lists, I'll look them up, and I'm like, I don't know who any of these fucking people are.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I was trying to look up. All right, young actresses. Jenna Ortega. No, that doesn't work. Person from Stranger Things. No, that doesn't work. I don't know anybody else on this list.
I cannot, in good conscience, cast Stranger Things actors in these creepy roles, even though they're all adults. I just can't do it.
Yeah. Kids grow so fast. Like, it's hard to pick someone. Or
those aren't kids. They're all like fucking 30 now.
No, I'm saying like in Hollywood and stuff like that. Like they are like 17, 16 in a flash, and that's it. You know, like they're just adults so quick. Like it's just crazy. So you can't really find someone who's just that.
People playing younger, it'd be like Danielle Harris in like the Rob Zombie Halloween. She was like 32 playing like a 17-year-old.
15-year-old, yeah. Well, she's one of those actresses who look the fucking same for most of their life.
Which is creepy in that movie. I hated it.
It's creepy to watch that and the previous ones back to back. That's what's creepy, because she jumps up like 20 years.
But if you watch like some of the other horror movies she had been in the in-between years, she was in a lot of
that makes
movies.
More sense to do. Joe, you're spoiling my Vivenna casting.
You spoiled it yourself.
Well, Sheta, how about you go into Vivenna then?
All right. Yes, Vivenna. Let's see. I mean, okay. All right, for Ravenna, I picked Dakota Fanning. Now,
I did not see that coming, Sheta, but okay.
I know. I was like, wait a minute. She's great. She's a really good
Oh,
actor,
God.
and yeah, I found pictures with her with the darker hair because that's what Vivenna like makes sure she has. So I just want to see her act again because I really like her. Yeah, I think she could do that. Even in like Uptown Girl, she's got that like bossy attitude, kind of like I'm smarter and more superior than you. Like she always had that as her kid acting, so I think she could do that, and also some more somber, serious scenes too. I think that would be really good.
All
I'll
right,
be
for my
honest.
event. Oh, yep.
I don't think I've ever actually seen Dakota Fanning in a movie. I know of. Well, I think she was in Man on Fire, but she was
Yeah.
just a kid that was captured. Besides that, I don't know if I've ever actually seen her in a movie.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know the name.
We should
Unless you
watch
count
Uptown
My
Girl.
Neighbor Totoro.
Yeah.
Oh, she was in War of the Worlds. That's where I know the name.
I have forgotten so much of that movie because I did not like it.
I saw that in a drive-in.
I think
Yeah, no,
Justin
that
let me
movie's-
borrow his DVD.
That movie's cool, man. You get zaps and people running, and then the movie gets boring in the second half. That's my
I think-
review of War of the Worlds.
I'm excited to watch it again because I just finished the book. So.
Oh, then you're not gonna like the movie, Sheta.
I think his son was also a live-action Goku.
Oh
Is it?
no.
Did I tell
All
you
right,
that
you
my
brought up
sister-
Dragon Ball, so we need to move
Oh,
on.
okay.
What's that,
Okay,
Sheta?
yeah. I was gonna say, do you know that my sister, like her ex or something like that, knew that guy?
Before
Like-
he was famous.
Yeah, before he was famous. I think he's from Minnesota.
I feel bad for that actor. He's not bad. He does not deserve the nothing
The
career he
hate?
got after that
Yeah.
movie.
He was in
know.
an episode of Lost, and he appeared
Yep.
in some episodes of Weeds.
Yeah, he will appear in episodes. Anywho, my Vivenna casting, I tried to cast somebody who's got the same facial structure and kind of weirdly far apart eyes as my Siri, but somebody who can also play. My phone did it. Finally did the Siri thing. All right, but somebody who can play like the three acts of Vivenna, of the like judgmental person, the on the streets psychotic, going crazy person, and the end confident one. So I went with Anna
knew it.
Taylor-Joy. Yeah, I knew who I was talking about.
They do kind of seem like sisters. That would be good.
She's another one where I know she's been in a lot of stuff recently. I don't think I've seen any of it.
You didn't watch Mad Max or New Mutants? That's where I know
You
her
didn't
best
watch,
from.
Queen's Gambit?
Yeah, then
No.
there too. She was
Wait,
there.
Justin, did you actually watch New Mutants?
Yeah, I did not hate it. I expected to, but I didn't. Maybe that's just with how bad some movies have gotten nowadays, but it's got a weird, horrible kind of like B-movie charm.
All right. Now for my my Vivenna, I wanted to go with an actress who would be able to play like the kind of beaten down weekend character, but at the same time can also have the kind of the poise and strength that Vivenna also shows. And also somebody where we've seen them with, a couple different hair colors, so we know she could pull it off. So I went with Emilia Clarke.
Ooh,
Mhm.
that's good.
That's a fun one.
Another princess.
Yep. Like I said, beginning of Game of Thrones, she's kind of beaten down. Later Game of Thrones, she has that strength and
Yeah.
poise.
I'm going to be honest, Joe. With your castings, I may need to watch this movie.
That's true.
Oh.
That's two of your girlfriends, Daenerys and Crawl Girl. Yep.
Shita, I am going to kick your fucking ass.
Do
Stop
it.
it. Stop.
Only because it's true.
Justin, don't you remember when I think it was when we were going through our casting for Well of Ascension, she was just like, oh man, it's like just all for me, all the like hot guy or something like that.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. See, now
She
you
said
guys
it was
get
a
to enjoy it.
buffet.
Yep.
Yeah, we get some actual girl castings for this movie.
Yeah, look at these beautiful, beautiful girls. Is that fun? You guys having fun?
Well, we have
Stop.
Natalie Dormer and Emilia Clarke, so I'm happy so far.
You know, I actually don't have a thing for Natalie Dormer. It's like sacrilege. Everyone does. I don't understand it. I just don't.
But she is like the cutest, coolest
I know,
girl.
I know.
How do you not like her little smile?
I'm
How do you
just
not?
saying it how it is.
I mean, she makes me like one.
All right, Joe, let's move on.
Why me? It's Sheta. Sheta has to go with the next
Yeah.
character.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get some manliness in here. Next I have casted Vasher. All right.
Vasher next.
Yep. I should say like who's on deck for you guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
it takes
I
me a
wanna
second
know.
to get the picture ready.
Okay, let's go. For my Vasher, oops, I casted Henry Cavill.
Oh my shit.
I specifically from the I think this is Batman v Superman, or is it Man of Steel? Well, anyway,
That
it's
looks
just his
Man
like
of Steel.
his scruffy Superman look. I think he's hairy and he looks good with a beard.
I never realized he
And-
was so hairy.
Yeah. But I thought he could do that kind of like cold, like more like his Witcher character, like not very a people person and stuff. That would be the
Yeah, he can play it. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
only
But you
thing
know,
is
you've got a problem here. Oh, okay.
yes, yeah, he can't stay with this godlike body the whole time. This has got to be the reveal, so they might have to do a Captain America, make him slimmer and
What? He's
like-
not slimmer. He just would wear baggy clothes
Okay, that's true. Then he could just take his
and
shirt
hunch
off.
a bit, you know.
Okay, yeah.
No, the
Oh,
problem I
that'll
was
work.
going to say, Sheta, is if you put Henry Cavill in a franchise movie, you're going to tank the movie. It's not going to.
That's not
Something
true.
behind the scenes will fuck it up. That's not his or anyone's fault except some idiot.
This can be his redemption.
Mission Impossible has continued after he was in a movie.
Yes, but he was only in one movie. That's the difference. You can't put him in as a leading man. That's the problem.
It doesn't matter. We'll always forgive him and hire him again.
You know, you say
It's
this,
not
but
his fault.
it's-
He's just
it's-
cursed.
It's only been 2 things. It's really...
I'm sorry, Joe. Where's the Warhammer show that's supposed to be coming out? Because it hasn't released yet.
Well, this is the first I've heard of a Warhammer show.
Yep, he was gonna do that. Justin, that's the price you pay the devil to look this good.
Is that what it is? Did he
Yeah.
sell his soul for looks? And the
Yeah.
devil's like, I'll give you looks, but you'll never get a role that people will love you in the way you deserve.
Yep.
Wow.
Granted, you know the truth. You know, the thing is, he is a Brandon Sanderson fan. So if there are movies, there is a chance that he would show up in a
I
movie.
guarantee he would jump at the chance to play any role in one of these.
In fact, I think I've said that fact before in a previous casting.
Yeah, he's a nerd. You're right, Shada, because he's too nerdy to be that good looking. So he must have sold his soul. I think that's true. Hey, for my Vasher, I went a different direction. I went somebody who can play incredibly awkward and like barely talking, and also somewhat grizzled and kind of disheveled, while also being handsome and likable. So I went with Joel Kinnaman.
I don't
Okay,
recognize
okay.
him.
He was Rick Flag in Suicide Squad, and he's in a lot of other
yep.
stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see it.
However, I don't know how hairy he is. I did not take that into account, Shada.
Well, let me do some research for you real quick.
You know, they can just put hair on them.
That's not manly. I need that real Austin Powers hair.
That was not real. Okay. With mine, I went with an actor where we've seen him play a role where he's a little bit more, grumpier, kind of angry and hairy and stuff, but still kind of have like a strength to him and also can show some compassion. So I went with Richard Armitage.
I know
Who
that name.
people will
Who's
know
that?
him as Thorin Oakenshield from The Hobbit.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I can see that.
That, or the guy that killed the scientist in Captain America, the first Avenger.
He was that guy? I'm looking at it right now, yeah.
Yep. Or even he's a random pilot standing behind Queen Amidala when she's asking the Gungans for help.
Yep, and that's what he was casted for.
But
What the heck?
no, pretty much with him, I just think his role as Thorin is kind of how I would have him for Vasher.
All right, Sheta, we're evening things out here for you.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. We gotta swing it the other way quick. Dang, I can't post the pic. Okay, hold it. Give me 1 sec. All right. He is not Terry, Justin.
Maybe he shaved.
Just
Was
saying.
this really the most important
He also
thing to
doesn't
bring
have
up?
those.
Okay, here is a little more natural. Just a
I don't
tiny
want to see
patch
it.
of hair.
Yeah,
He's-
that's okay. That's not much hair, and he has some hideous fucking tattoos.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
jeez.
gotta be makeup up.
All right, well, I guess we're gonna have to put on the fake hair because I'm keeping my casting.
All right, let's keep this Adonis's train going. Let's get and I will cast my Sesebron next. Okay, so I have oh no, how do you pronounce his name? Jacob Elordi as my Sesebron.
That
If
is
you don't
such
know
a
him, he's
familiar
from
name.
Euphoria. That's probably his biggest role, or most known for. He's super tall, like 6'3" or 6'5". Yeah. And he's just adorable. And he can be like vulnerable and scary because he's so like tall and imposing, but also like very sweet. So I think that would be really good.
Oh, he's gonna play Frankenstein's monster, Sheta.
I
Oh,
know.
and the
I'm so
Guillermo del
excited.
The
Toro
Guillermo
movie?
del Toro one, yeah.
I know.
So
I'm
that's
so excited.
so based on that.
Oh my gosh.
That
I
movie
do not
looks
know
good.
him, but I can see it.
Yeah. No, he's like
He's got that
current-
innocence.
I have
Mhm.
not watched Euphoria,
Yeah.
but I should.
You should. It's really good.
All right. For my Susebron, I went with somebody who I thought could play, who has a strong charisma without saying a word, who just stands there and has charisma and intensity. And so I shaved this guy and casted Henry Cavill.
You were just saying all that stuff to Sheta about Henry Cavill.
Yeah, I know I'm tanking the movie, but I think that I think he would play that creepy big guy in a way where you would not find it as nightmarishly off-putting as it could be.
So, I was going to cast him too until I was like, my Siri is Elle Fanning. I can't do that.
I take that into account. You want that to come off a
Yeah.
little weird.
Yeah, but not that weird.
Yeah, I dig it. I dig it.
Yeah.
Elle Fanning and Henry Cavill is a nightmare, so that's good to hear.
Well, Justin just has Henry Cavill and Natalie Dormer.
Yeah,
Mhm.
So
I'd like that.
It'd still be weird, but not as weird as what we were just describing.
All right, and then mine, I wanted somebody that can kind of portray that power and everything with that, and somebody who, you can put long hair on him. He'll look good with it. So I went with Henry Cavill.
God damn it.
So, Sheta, you should have stuck with him. Then we could have had the first time of all three of us having the same actor.
I didn't want to typecast him, but yeah, no, he's great. I think he would do
Handsome
a
guy
great
who
job.
stands there and looks like a statue? You mean his dad?
Yeah. And that's not a bad typecast, so yeah. He was my first pick for sure.
No, yours matches your Siri better.
I really like like Jacob Elordi. I think he's great. I think he would do really good. But yeah. All right.
At least it's not like the time where we both somehow picked Evan Peters. We both went this time with like an A-list actor.
All right. So let's dial this back because it's getting a little too hot to handle. All right. So I'm gonna cast.
As who?
I'm gonna cast Gary Oldman
Who?
as my Trellides.
Mm.
I think that he has a kind of like he can play like kind of shady, untrustworthy because he's played villains and heroes. So like I wouldn't, if I was watching this, I wouldn't know whether or not to trust him. I think that would be good. And he's good at playing like really scary too, or like kind of assholey.
I like how you grabbed the little thing where he's wearing a little religious
Yeah.
outfit to sell the idea.
He's a priest. Yeah. I like doing that. Like if they are in some like a timeless timepiece, I like to see them in their costumes from those
True.
movies to kind of visualize it a little bit.
So for my trilogies, I also went with somebody who can come off as incredibly unnerving and unlikable, who you wouldn't trust, but also somebody who I think could play a real religious nerd. And I went with Paul Dano.
All right.
That young? Wow.
No, he's not that young now. This is just... It would be modern Paul Dano, where he's older and has a little more weight on and stuff.
Okay. Well, why
I
didn't
just
you get a
couldn't get a
picture
good
of
picture.
that?
They were too candid. I didn't want to.
Oh.
I didn't want to throw shade at
Like
him like
some-
that with a hideous picture. He's not
grab it-
that
like,
bad looking.
Paparazzi
Just grab a
picture.
just grab a picture from Batman.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, he's good. He's a good actor.
yeah,
This
but
might
somebody
be
you would just
too,
assume, like you're thinking, is an untrustworthy bad guy.
you know, like shady.
But when it reveals what he really is, you can see that it was that the whole time.
Yeah, like I misjudged you. You were so kind, you know.
Yep. And then my trilogies, I went with somebody who he always has a good scowl and just comes off where you just see him and you just don't like him. He does a very good job of playing a jerk. Most of the times I've seen him in stuff, he just kind of plays a jerk. And that is Jason Isaacs.
That's good.
Yeah, I can see that.
Man, he's
I know
scary.
the face. What do I know him from?
Lucius Malfoy in Harry Potter movies.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
I just
yeah.
feel the judgment and like
Yeah.
he doesn't like me, you know, like
Yep. He was like the main villain in The Patriot. And while I
he's
dislike Star Trek Discovery, his character was like the only character that I actually really liked because he played a Starfleet captain, but an absolute jerk and jackass of a captain.
He's great.
So yeah, he's just a guy where you see him and he just played the way that he acts, and you just don't like him and you just don't trust him.
That's good. All right, keeping with the theme of the priests,
Are we ever gonna get Light Song?
we're getting there.
Okay.
We gotta split it up a little bit. So for Laramir, I picked an actor who's really good at, or just a good actor and likable. Brendan Fraser to play Laramir. I think that he's I think he would do like a really kind and kind of like supportive, helpful, but then he can get really pissed off and scary too, like start yelling and like, you know,
Just
like
for one
being-
scene.
Yeah, but that's such a good explosive scene. Like he's just fed up.
No,
He's been
I
so-
took that into account too.
Yeah, like he's been so kind and like patient with Lightsong, and then you know suddenly he's just like fuck you, you know, like you ruined my life basically, you know.
You're gonna
Then-
make Brendan Fraser yell at me? I'll be so sad.
what? No, Lightsong.
Yeah, but when I'm watching the movie, I'm following
Oh,
Lightsong as the main
he's
character,
always- he's
and then
so
I'm
good
gonna
at
get
it,
a scene
though.
where Brendan Fraser's like, "You're such a piece of shit." And I'm gonna be like, "Oh no,
But then he says
I've
no.
disappointed Sensei."
You get where he says I'm sorry. You actually restored my faith. You know.
I
So
know,
that's
I know.
good,
I'm
too.
just kidding.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I can see it. For my Larimar, I did what is probably the most typecasted role I've ever done, of somebody who can be a very friendly, jovial little assistant all the time, but does have the acting chops to go the other direction later on. I went with Patton Oswalt.
Interesting.
Just a generic casting he's always playing.
Yeah. No, he's good. That would be good.
He also can bring up the comedic elements if you need him to.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's true. Yeah. You gotta have the funny guy in there. Funny,
Well,
but
you
has
know,
range to be
funny
'cause I-
without being funny. He has that
Oh, man.
ability. He can come in and play the boringest, fucking worst written role you've ever seen, and you'll still be like, I like that guy a little bit. Not that much, but a little bit.
That's
All right.
funny.
Then my Larimar, I have an actor who's mostly has been known for playing comedic stuff, but he has had some roles being more dramatic, so he does have range, so I think that he could do Larimar pretty well. He's also a guy where used to be a little bit bigger build, has become a little bit thinner now, so we'd have to make him a little bit bigger again for the role. But I went with Jonah Hill.
Mm.
He's not going to take the role, but I can totally see it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He was in Moneyball and Wolf of Wall Street,
Yeah, he was good.
That's
so he can
funny.
play the more serious
I forget
stuff.
who was he in Wolf of Wall Street. I don't remember. Yeah, no, he's really good nowadays.
He's the
I
guy
don't
where
remember.
it's like he was like the main like sidekick guy to Leo. He's the one where it's like saying, "If you show me your paycheck right now, I'll quit my job." And he shows it. It's like, oh my
okay.
god. It's like, he doesn't look like himself because he had like glasses. His hair was different and
Oh,
everything.
okay, yeah. I remember him, yeah.
That's good.
But yeah, it's the image I used. It's definitely older because he is so much thinner now than he.
Yeah,
used to
he
be.
looks fucking weird now. He shouldn't have lost weight. I know it's healthy
Wow.
and good for you, but he had a certain charm being a bit overweight. Not that big, but yeah.
Well, I know it's like Wayne Knight. He lost a bunch of weight, and he said that he has not been able to get casted ever since he lost weight. Said
Nope.
it's
Yeah.
much better for his health, but in the 90s, Wayne Knight was everywhere. Like, started on, like,
Wait a minute, Wayne Knight lost weight? I never want to see that. That sounds horrifying.
Wait, who's that?
If you know who that is,
Newman
Am I looking-
in Seinfeld.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
I would never want to see him thin.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Like, pretty much after the 90s, the only other thing I've seen him in was The Punisher.
Well, that's
I've
because he
not really-
lost weight, man. That's weird.
Not too crazy.
Yeah,
Just a little bit to be healthy.
Jonah Hill
Yeah,
lost
but he
weight,
was
and
fucking
still
huge.
Jonah Hill lost
Hill's
weight, and
also
he
a
can-
high-level Hollywood actor. That's Wayne
Yeah.
Knight is a great character side actor, you know.
And he's typecasted for that thing he does.
Yeah,
that he's
and when
great
he
at,
comes
you know?
in, if you don't instantly recognize that it's him, you're losing half the reason for casting
I
him.
think when you decide to make a change like that, you basically should just retire then. Or at least retire your character, or rebrand yourself. I think that's more like
he's great. I would love to see the modern him in a serious role. Be curious.
Jonah or Wayne.
No, I've seen Jonah in serious roles. Wayne Knight.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. Man, yeah, that's funny. I almost casted Kevin James as my Laramir.
What the? He does not have
Well, I
the
was like-
range to do
Yeah,
that.
wait a minute. Laramir has to be really good. Like,
That would only work if Adam Sandler was your light song, Sheta.
oh my god, this is a completely.
He could
different
actually.
movie
He would
now.
be good at playing it. He does lazy really well. You know.
Oh man, now I want to see this Adam Sandler Warbreaker movie.
You know, I may need to recast this now that I'm thinking about
Yeah.
it.
No.
If only he wasn't in such bad shape. I mean, he's a good actor when he wants to be, so it would be funny.
we have to do we have to do a segment where we cast a movie that would be directed and by Adam Sandler. Like, who would he cast? Like, who would Rob Schneider play? Like,
No. I refuse
Salma Hayek's
this.
gonna be Blush Weaver.
I refuse all of this. I refuse this. I
want
don't
to
want
do
to.
it.
Don't want to
Let's
do this
do
anymore.
it. Actually, maybe he can get Sean Astin again to play Laramir. That would be
Sheta,
good.
you're spoiling all my castings.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Wait, Laramir.
Yes, those were my castings. Yes, you did call it.
Sheeta, can you just go on to the next character?
Alright, I'm sorry. Okay, after Laramir. Okay, finally we're at Light Song. All right, I'm casting Chris Hemsworth as my Light Song, which is a little bit of typecasting, reluctant god hero person.
Oh, I
Responsibility.
thought
on
you were
his
just gonna
shoulders.
say actor that people want to see shirtless for typecasting.
That too, but yeah, he does have his godlike physique, and but yeah, it's just you can probably already imagine it of him being like, "Oh no, don't believe in me" or something. But actually, I would really care. So,
Well, Chris Hemsworth does have some good comedic timing too.
yeah, he's hilarious. He's too handsome to be that funny. Like,
Yeah. For my light song, I took comedic stuff really into it. Somebody who could be effortlessly charming while also playing somebody who's basically just a layabout, who just super charming, super handsome. So I went in a similar direction with Sheta, Chris Hemsworth.
I thought you were gonna say Liam Hemsworth for us.
No, not charming enough. Effortlessly charming and weirdly
Yeah.
super good looking.
he's great.
Because Lightsong was never my favorite character in the book, but if he was played by Chris Hemsworth, he would have been my favorite character
Oh,
very
I
quickly.
know.
That would have made
So
it click. I'd be
good.
like, oh, I get it, you know?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
in my head, I read him in my voice, so he came off as kind of annoying, you know?
Yep. With my light song, I went with somebody where I mostly have just seen him in like more drama stuff, not really in like comedy stuff, but you know, he probably could hit the stuff pretty well, but I think that he would do really well in like the more dramatic light song scenes. And I also do feel like he's not the type of actor where you see him, it's just like, all right, that guy is just hot. He's just like, that is a very good looking man. And I went with Javier Bardem.
Mm-hmm. He has the intensity.
Yep.
He has the charisma.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's one of those ones who can be captivating without a word. He's so weird.
He has like a freaking 12 charisma
He does.
by just
Sheta,
like
have you watched
walking in the
No
room.
Country for Old Men yet?
No, I haven't.
That's like his biggest role. You just get
I
to watch
don't-
him act
I
in
don't
there.
know if I can handle it.
Did you ever see Skyfall?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Even though he looks nothing like he normally does in Skyfall.
Yeah, he's great
He
in
is
there.
kind of a chameleon, weirdly, too. Even though he's
Yeah.
so unique, like, it's weird. This just shows how good of an actor he is that he disappears into the roles, you know. Also saw Mother. I think he's in Mother, too. With Katniss Everdeen. That's a weirdly good movie.
I like looking at these Larimars next to their light songs.
See, that's what I want to see in the YouTube video. It's cute. I love it. I want to see.
Wait,
Sheta,
so
just wait till AI gets good enough and you can just type in the prompt and watch this movie on
Oh,
your
I
own.
know. That's yes. I want to do it. Cool. All right. So after Light Song, I'm going to cast my Blush Weaver. And who could do a better job than Miss Megan Fox? She is just gorgeous and beautiful and seductive, and she has practice working the male gaze, which is
No,
such a big
Sheta,
part of
that
her
was
character.
Michael Bay who had practice on that.
But she like defined that male gaze.
I've
thing.
seen scenes in that movie described as male gaze the movie. I think that's a really good description.
Yay! Yeah, she's just so good, and she's seductive, but also like can play kind of like smart and dorky almost. If you've seen her in New Girl, she's really good in there too.
I loved her in New Girl. I was
Yeah.
so surprised by that.
Yeah.
For some like when she first showed up, I thought it was just gonna be stunt casting. She'll just be there. It'll be lame. But it's like, oh no, this character's great.
For my Blush Weaver, I grabbed somebody who can play, what's the word? I don't know, sultry, seductive, kind of, and seem all captivating, but also would have the ability to play that she's actually kind of a loser, and it would be very sad to watch her throat get slit at the end.
Oh no!
So I cast Sydney Sweeney.
Oh my gosh!
That was your all Rianne.
Was it? Well, I guess she's in here too.
Yeah.
I guess. Wow.
I just really took that part into account. I wanted an actor who people would be like, oh, you know, she's in that movie. And then you're like, oh, God.
That's true. Well,
Yeah,
Megan
I
Fox
think-
has been in a couple horror movies, so she can pull that.
Mm-hmm.
I think all I've seen Sydney Sweeney in was Anyone But You and Saturday Night Live. So I haven't really seen her in more,
Well-
dramatic stuff. Like
You've
before.
seen her in more than I have. I just know from her reputation she has acting abilities.
And you watched the Madam
seen this in
Web
there.
trailers.
And I've watched Madam Web trailers and stuff. That's about it.
Yeah, I think that would be good. With my Blush Weaver, I went with somebody who can play like the more serious roles very easily. Seen her in plenty of that. Can play kind of like a alluring, seductive person, and also somebody who I just think is absolutely gorgeous. Now I went with Penelope Cruz.
Ooh. Yes.
And yep, I am aware that I did pick Javier Bardem as Light Song and Penelope Cruz as Blush Weaver.
Wow.
That was not planned.
Oh, they're married? I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're married with a couple kids. They've been
Damn,
married for a
Harvey
long time.
Bardem.
See,
Damn, Harvey Bardem.
that 12 charisma will get you a Penelope
Yeah,
Cruz.
jeez. I actually, sadly, have not seen her in that many things. I'm trying to see. I think she was in
Pirates. Yeah.
Pirates movie.
She was in Pirates. She was. I remember her. I liked her in Vanilla Sky. Like with the more seductive stuff, I think of like one scene from the movie 9 she was in.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of these movies.
You should watch Vanilla Sky. I think you might like it. It's pretty interesting.
Are there aliens in it?
No.
Then I'm not watching it.
But it has Tom Cruise, Penelope Cruz, Cameron Diaz.
Wait a minute. Cruz? that was weird.
Spelled different.
I knew you said the right thing, but that's fine.
But honestly, when I was casting this movie, the two people I thought of first to cast in it were Emilia Clarke and Penelope Cruz. Those are two that I thought immediately in for the roles.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, Joe, your movie's going to make a lot of money.
It's also going to cost a lot of money to make.
Yeah, you have Jonah Hill in a side role. That's going to be a hard one.
It's like, all right, let's just quit A-list actor, A-list actor, A-list actor. Let's see, what's my lowest list actor would...
See, I'm spending less on some of my actors to spend more on some others. I've got a
You're
whole budget
budgeting?
here. Yeah, I do try to take that into account. What could halfway be maybe if you had
that's
enough money
true.
to get a good
It
cast.
does count, yeah, for believability.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think my lowest, probably the lowest cost actors for me would be Siri and Vasher.
Siri.
A girl with no career, basically, sadly.
No, I think she's been in like some like Netflix like release recently.
Oh, yeah, been in some Netflix releases. Yep. Real up there in the acting hierarchy.
They're doing all kinds of Netflix movies.
Yes, all kinds. Exactly.
I mean, there's some pretty prestigious projects there now.
Less than there used to be. They were trying that
no.
for a while with the big actors, and they don't do it as much now.
Oh, no, never mind. It was a action comedy television series created by Guy Ritchie for Netflix called The Gentleman.
What? That sounds awesome. How have I not heard of that?
Prestigious.
Well,
Guy Ritchie's sadly not prestigious. His career is not anywhere.
So it's a spin-off from a 2019 Guy Ritchie film called The Gentleman, starring Matthew McConaughey, Charlie Hunnam, Jeremy Strong, Hugh Grant, Colin Farrell.
This sounds fucking awesome. How have I not seen this movie?
That's why
it's not
successful. You don't hear about it.
No.
All right, so the show, The Gentleman, looks like came out March 2024. In August, renewed for a second season.
All right.
So she's starring in that, and this TV show, Vinnie Jones is in it.
Then I am on board, man.
That's your boyfriend.
Vinnie Jones, directed by Guy Ritchie, is the greatest thing of all time. Anytime that happens, it's wonderful.
Right, because I forgot he's in that one movie. Yeah,
yeah, they go way back.
Wasn't he in both? Wasn't he in both Snatch and Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels?
Yeah, it's like magic when some things like that happen. All right, ready to move on? Okay. All right, next I'm casting Blue Fingers, and I'm casting Stanley Tucci as my Blue Fingers. He's so likable, and you wanna trust him, even if he's being kind of weird, but he can also betray you, and you know.
I forgot Blue Fingers has to have blue fingers too. He could pull that off.
Yeah. He's had blue hair. Yeah.
He's an actor who can pull. I've never seen him in a movie and had him not pull off whatever weird shit they were asking him to do.
He's good.
Oh yeah. Did you ever see The Devil Wears Prada? He was great in that too.
He's so good. He's so good. I thought he was gay for real. And
any movie he's in. Oftentimes I don't even recognize him in his movies.
Yeah. I look it up and I was like, Stanley Tucci wife, and I was like, oh my, I didn't know that. I just assumed it.
Oh, just that he has a wife?
Yeah, because I just assumed
I never thought that, but I never watched Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah.
Man, I remember a similar thing, but as a kid, my mom, she liked the movie True Lies, so she had it on a bunch and stuff. I had seen that so much, I thought that Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis were married in real life as a kid.
That's weird.
I was so surprised when I found out they weren't a couple.
They did a really good job in there.
Yeah, I thought they had good chemistry in that movie. It's a good movie.
Mhm. Yeah, they're good.
Just some couples, some actors do such good couples. You want to just keep seeing them act together. So I think it's funny that sometimes they get paired up in other movies, because their chemistry was so
I always
good.
think that's weird.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not the same characters.
Yeah, but it's weird because you just want to see them in another almost like reality or multiverse where they got to live happily ever after.
Not me. No, that's weird.
I got that feeling with after watching the Stephen Hawking movie, like Eddie Redmayne and I'm sorry I forgot Jane Urso's actress, but they have another romance movie together. Yeah, she plays the wife, and she was really good in there. Yeah, but yeah.
All right, for my blue fingers, I wanted to really focus on the guy who you would think is an innocuous side character and not the villain of the movie. So somebody who's pretty charismatic, but would be fucking horrifying when he reveals to be the villain. Nathan Fillion.
Oh my god, that's scary.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't like
somebody
it.
You would think he's just in this movie because he's always in roles, like weird side roles, so.
I don't like that.
I guess
everyone I thought of, it was just so obvious they were the villain, so.
I guess, yeah, the only time I think I've seen him play a villain was in Buffy.
In the
How do I not remember that?
Dr. Horrible, though.
He was Dr. Horrible was the good guy.
Dr. Horrible. No, he's not the good guy, but he's the hero. Yeah, but that's a good one, Sheta.
Buffy, he was the priest guy in the final season.
Oh, on my rewatch, I'm only on season 4 still for like half a year, so I got to get to that. I didn't know him back then.
Yeah, he wasn't in that many episodes. He's only in like 5 or 6 episodes at like the very end of the final season.
My original Blue Fingers was Neil Patrick Harris. I had until about the last second, but I'm like, you'd know he was the villain. Even though he's all charming, you'd know he was the villain.
The trick is to have a bunch of shady actors in there. You're like, who, and actors who played both,
Well, good. Depends. Who was? All right. Well, the person, because you have to play him off against, is Paul Dano to make people think that Paul Dano's the villain.
Yeah, I definitely trust Nathan Fillion over Paul Dano. And who was yours again, Sheta?
Gary Oldman. Yeah.
That's a tough one. I don't know who to trust there. They're both chameleons.
Good. I'm trying really hard to confuse you because
I would be very confused by that movie. Yes.
I would like, wait a minute.
So yeah, that's interesting. Taking the theme of trust as a big aspect of the movie with the castings, that'd be fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. And then my blue fingers, I wanted somebody same thing, you can kind of trust, kind of has a good charisma to him. A lot of times I've seen him in roles where you just kind of feel good with him. But then other times I've seen him be more villainous people where it's like you root against him. So he can do like that switch. So I went with John Lithgow.
Man, when he goes scary, he gets scary.
Oh, man.
Yep. Oh, God. Yeah. Him and Dexter is some of the scariest shit I've ever seen. Oh, God.
Yeah. Or even because he could probably also play off the thing where, he'll be a villain, but he does have his reasonings for it. So in this, kind of makes me kind of think like he's not. I wouldn't call him a villain per se in Footloose because he's like the priest.
Footloose.
His character is great in there because
I didn't say that. That's just not the movie I expected you to bring up with. His role in Footloose really helps me cast him in a fantasy movie.
Well,
I've never seen Footloose. I didn't know he was in it.
Oh, he plays the pastor where he's like behind the whole like banning everything.
Never watched the movie.
But you should watch it. But he has like his whole.
Yeah, I've heard it's the greatest movie of all time.
It never was. Yeah, and granted that movie's older, but I can just think of him like in more recent stuff where he's able to play like a charming guy or person that you kind of root for, even kind of be kind of toned down. Same thing with like Planet of the Apes where he was just kind of there and
Yeah, he's great. Sheta, do you know how long it took me to stop trying to cast Littlefinger as this role just because of what you were saying?
Oh
Because I
yeah,
was like, he'd be good in the role too. It's the same role, basically. Just But nobody would trust that actor
That's
in
funny.
that role.
It's because Game of Thrones just made him seem. It's like Littlefinger's character is supposed to be kind of person where people trust him, but behind the scenes he's evil. The show just made him seem like there's no reason anybody should trust this guy. He's blatantly evil the entire show.
He just oozes deception in everything he does.
yeah.
However, he
Exactly.
was my favorite character in the first season. I never cared for Littlefinger in the book. I fucking loved him in the show.
Man, Littlefinger was one of my favorite characters in the book. Like,
Yeah.
he's so
Of course he was.
creepy
He's a creep.
and evil. Yeah.
Man, I had an opposite thing where in the show it's like I don't care about Stannis at all. Read the books. Why didn't we get this character in the show? Why Stannis was great in the books. In the show he was nothing.
Mhm.
Stannis? I think isn't it him who I'm the other way around on? Or am I thinking of a different character? That's the brother, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
older
no,
one,
in the book I was like, he's okay. I fucking loved him in the show so much.
Yeah, well you also
He's
haven't
not
gotten...
as good of a character, but just the actor I liked a lot.
Well, the actor is good, but what they do with the
Mhm.
character is just lame. You haven't finished the show.
Yeah, well, I'm just taking from his introduction.
All right. Next, I'm casting my Denth, and I'm picking Oscar Isaacs as my Denth. I think he also has really good charisma and likability factor. He's super
I
cool.
would be very surprised when he did the twist, that's for sure.
Yeah.
With how he's usually casted, too.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him play a villain.
In Apocalypse, Joe, his greatest role of all
my
time.
Oh,
No.
God. Forgot that was him.
No. Also, he's in Sucker Punch as a bad guy in there.
Yeah, but that's not a movie, Sheta. Joe said a movie.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You know, the funniest thing is, years and years ago, Justin's brother bought me Sucker Punch on DVD for my birthday. I still haven't watched it.
What?
Joe,
Joe, it's
you
the
should watch
greatest
it on
film
your
of all
birthday
time.
this year.
Yeah, it's a terrific movie.
I mean, I'm not watching it with you, but do it.
But you have to watch the extended cut because you need another 30 minutes of that wonderful movie to watch.
There's an extended cut of that?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, there is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's just go back to Oscar Isaacs.
Yes.
I would love to.
He's charming, he's likable, and capable. I think he could do all the action scenes really good, too. And yeah, it would just... he also is the type of person that you'd want to like and have like you and stuff, and trustworthy. I can just see him saying all the dense lines, like, you know what I hate about being a mercenary? Like, he's pretty funny too, so...
Yeah, no, he's great.
Man, so Sheta, you have both Victor Frankenstein and the monster from the upcoming Frankenstein movie.
Ooh, that's true.
Yeah, you're going to like that movie, Sheta.
I know, I can't wait. I'm so excited.
All right, for my Denth, I wanted to come off with somebody who can come in and be obviously kind of scummy, but also super charming and likable. You actually, like, you would think, just how he comes off is like, yeah, he says all this stuff, but he's just like that. But then when he reveals it, could be fucking horrifying and dangerous at the same time. And you just want to trust because he's so charming. Tom Hardy.
Oh. Man, that's good. I like that one.
Mix a little bit of his, his standard role, and then mix a little bit of his Peaky Blinders role in there when he turns. That's kind of my vision.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Where he can go from, like, charming and you're like, think you're talking to he just kills you in a second. He is fucking scary in that show.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then with my Denth, I went with somebody where has the charisma, the charm, where you're like kind of rooting for him, you're with them and everything. But then he can turn and he can be like an asshole and everything. So I went with Josh Holloway.
I can't believe it. I love it. I'm gonna... That's my pick as well.
No, it's not. Your pick was Oscar Isaac. You can't
I
change
know,
it.
but you can't throw a Josh Holloway at me and
Man,
not
if
have
he
me
throws
pick
that
Josh.
smile at you, Jesus
Oh, I
Christ.
know.
What are you supposed to do?
You weren't exactly supposed to see that. to
Yeah, oh
Parliament.
my god.
Oh my gosh.
Now I have
Yeah.
to imagine them all saying they're the worst thing about being a mercenary line and
Mhm.
compare how they deliver it.
Yeah, let's
I
see
would
their
trust-
audition tape.
I would trust all of them.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, this guy seems a little skeevy, but he's pretty honest and upfront. Not knowing he's too honest and upfront.
Yeah. Man, these are all so good. Like they all have also like a maybe like regret about being so evil now and stuff, Like
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we all knew we needed somebody who could portray that aspect.
yeah, like they've got a bad like feeling.
Horrible history.
Yeah. It's good. I love it. I didn't know. See, if I knew that this was going to be my dense, like I would have liked that character a lot. Maybe we should do this before we finish the book.
Before we read the book, we should cast them. Then we can... That's
I'll
how
just
it
give
was
you-
to read Game of Thrones after the movie or show had already come out. I couldn't help but see them all, even though I hadn't watched it.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah, that's one thing with Game of Thrones. After watching it, next time I had to reread the books, I had to go through and just rewrite in my mind how I envisioned all the characters to get rid of the show descriptions. I was able to look up some fan art and stuff because some of them, like show Stannis, show Tywin, look nothing like the characters. Show Dario Naharis. Look, it's completely different.
Boo, man, that's one of my favorite book characters, and the fact that they had two actors play him too, like, just always pissed me off. He should have been a thing. Okay, all right. Next, since we just casted Denth, let's cast our Tongfa. Hey, where's my picture?
It was stolen.
What the heck?
He escaped, Sheta, just like in
Oh
the book.
my gosh. What? Okay, I'm sorry. I thought I had the picture too.
Just draw a
Stupid.
picture quick.
All right. Oh my gosh.
I can't keep looking at Josh Holloway. He's making me want to go watch Lost shit. I need a new picture up.
Kate Sawyer was the best ship in Lost.
I don't know. Rewatching, I felt differently. Sheta, hurry up. We're going to get into Jader versus Skater
I'm sorry.
talk here.
I have nails on. It takes me forever to type these days.
Rewatching it made me like it even more because it made me realize that how
No,
toxic.
they bring out the worst in each other. They bring out each other's dark side.
Jack and Kate were so toxic with each other.
Only in the regular world, not on the island. On the island, they're perfect. Out in the city of the world, they're not a good couple. But to be fair, you know what? I don't want to be spoiling this, so I'll stop.
Okay.
In fact, cut all of that.
No.
But I didn't give a warning. Okay, Sheta.
Okay. So we are casting Tongfa next. And speaking of
Tongfa? I didn't cast
Tongfa.
Tongfa.
You got
Tongfa. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought you were saying the other sister. The priest sister.
Fafin?
Oh,
yeah, Fafin.
dang.
I did not cast Fafin. I did cast Tongfa. I'm sorry.
Fafin.
No, you don't. She was in one scene.
Just imagine Dakota and Elle Fanning's sister, but hotter.
Nope. Stop. No.
Okay. All right. Tongfa. All right. Speaking of blowing the budget, I'm casting
What?
Dwayne the Rock Johnson as my Tongfa.
Oh my god! Explain your vision, shit. Explain this.
So he's acting like he's just a simpleton, kind of like silly, kind of funny.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
And harmless.
Big simple
almost,
guy.
you know?
That's your vision.
Yeah.
Right?
And he's like, and he'll
Okay.
say things, and then he's gonna turn just dark and terrible. And
Do you know how dangerous Dwayne the Rock Johnson would look as standing next to Oscar Isaac as a couple evil villains? Oh man. Well, I have to say, the monkey on his shoulder part would be pretty charming played by him, and
Right?
pretty horrifying to see dead.
Because like, you have him in here. You've got the princesses. You're getting Maui vibes, from
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh man, his recent, the last like year and a half, him being a villain in WWE, he's done it very well.
He should play a villain. He's fucking good at it.
Ooh, yeah.
He should not be playing the character he's been trying to play in recent movies. It's boring.
That's why, like, when he went villain, like, nobody thought he would turn heel. Everyone, like,
Mhm.
thought, like, his ego's too big. He'll never be a heel again. And then he went
That's why
full
he's
heel,
born to
and
be a heel. His
Yeah.
ego is so big. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. The best times I like him is when he's doing that or being like just the cool like other guy,
Mhm.
So if he could just put his ego aside, I think he can be even bigger. So
If The Rock put his ego aside, he wouldn't be The Rock. Shit, I think that's the problem. Yeah, because I love him in the Fast and Furious where he is the
Yeah.
antagonist. That's when he's the best. He's
Yeah.
fine in the later ones too, but he was really cool in that one. However, a little buff for how I think you'd imagine him in this movie. That was like at his biggest.
yeah, but he was kind of their like muscle, in the group.
Hmm? Oh,
As Tong Fa.
I interpreted muscle a bit differently. For my Tong Fa, I also went with somebody who's very charming like you did, but I wanted somebody who could say the most skeevy, creepy ass shit, and you'd think, oh, what a funny side character. But then could be a fucking nightmare when he goes evil. Andy Serkis.
What?
You would totally believe that guy is a fucking serial killer when he gets all crazed and stuff. But when he's acting the same exact way before, he's so likable and fun.
It's just because he crawled around like as Gollum.
Not
That's-
him as Golem, Sheta.
That's why
Think
you
about
can see
every
it.
other role he's ever done. That's like the one role that's not not him as Golem, not him as Caesar, him as a live action actor.
You just like seeing him pretend to eat a raw fish. Like that's what you're
No, none of that stuff. You're describing like if I was like, I don't know if The Rock can do it. He was in The Tooth Fairy.
seeing. I mean, that's kind of Tong Fa's vibe. So
No, I wanted that scratchy voice, and you would just totally believe he was a fucking serial killer after it revealed it.
interesting.
And you would think, how him and Tom Hardy together, you would think, how did I not see these guys are not trustworthy?
How would he get big
What are you talking about?
when he
Big.
fights and stuff? He gets all scary and fighty. Actually,
Sheta,
Andy
he does-
Serkis got pretty buff.
What are you talking about? What?
Cheetah,
Huh?
he was a big guy to begin with. He didn't grow any larger.
Oh.
He was always a big guy. Just when he was
All
more
right.
getting ready to fight, he was giving more presence, more standing taller and stuff. He
I
didn't have
missed-
Hulk powers.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I will find the sentence and tell you how I misinterpreted
Also,
it.
you know what? I don't care. How are you going to make Vasher bigger? Just use some effects. I don't care.
All right. For my Tonkfa, I know he's supposed to be, they say, like, he's a bigger set guy, and my person is not really that big, so I'm not going directly for how he looks in the book. But I went more vibe. I have an actor where he has a charm to him and, like, a charisma to him. But at the same time, he can be both, like, creepy and charming. And then when he does the switch to just being just evil, it will just come off so creepy, and you just don't know why you ever trusted him. And I went with Benicio del Toro.
Yeah. He does. He does that role well. Yeah. Him mumbling like he does, like kind of quietly, his little animal lines would be very funny.
Yeah. I just
I
feel like
never-
the way
Sorry.
he has his body and the way he moves his body while he acts too,
Mhm. Yeah,
they
he's
really
crazy.
portray that.
I never trust any character he plays.
You shouldn't. They're untrustworthy.
I just have never trusted him in anything. He just is like, he's too charming and
Yeah.
sneaky.
The
looking,
worst
like-
part of Last Jedi is them trying to convince me that I was supposed to trust Benicio del Toro.
Right.
Like, what are you
Made
talking
the
about?
mistake
I
of the
instantly
past,
didn't trust him.
Uh-huh. See, we're doing a better job than those people.
So we've got Oscar Isaac and Dwayne Johnson, Tom Hardy and Andy Serkis and Josh Holloway and Benicio del Toro.
Ooh, I
That
like
would
yours,
be
though.
any of those movies would be quite an interesting movie to watch.
But if we had Joe's casting, I would never leave those guys. If I was Vivenna, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna stay hang out with you guys.
Yeah, that's why I wanted mine to be really scary. Like, get the fuck
Yeah.
away from them. Though, Sheta, I think yours are the most traditionally trustworthy, you know?
Yeah, because we got our hero and our like sidekick muscle guy. Like they just want you want to be friends with them. Yeah. Like I would want to stay because I would want to be friends with them. But for Joe's casting, I would just want a harem with them. So
What the fuck?
add in the Vasher, then yeah, it's all good. Okay, anyway, next casting, we are gonna go for poor Parlin, and I have casted Josh Hutcherson as my Parlin. Not
Poor
to
Josh
typecast him.
Hutcherson.
I know, forever
Being the other guy. Yeah.
He's just super nice guy, super helpful. Like he's like comfort for me. Like so to lose him is the worst feeling.
And I
That
don't.
would be the saddest scene, Shane.
I know. I don't want to do it.
And one thing I like with him that I think of with Parlin is Josh Hutcherson. He's not really like a over the top good looking guy. He's just kind of normal looking.
Well,
I beg
Hollywood
to
normal looking.
Yeah, yeah.
If he
exactly.
walked up in
Hollywood.
real life, you'd be like, wow, he's handsome. But yeah, on film, yeah.
Has he been in anything since Hunger Games?
Five Nights at Freddy's,
Yep.
which made a
Yeah,
shitload of money. So he's doing very well right now.
And then he
Wait,
did
and
his
he's in the
show too,
sequel.
Future Man. So that's
That
where
was
I like
not
it.
successful.
But it has a cult following.
That
One of the
means that's the definition of not being successful.
Well, he's not doing nothing. That's all I'm saying.
Oh wait, no. Yep, that was the other thing I remember seeing him in. The Disaster Artist.
Ah.
I think
I don't remember. Who did he play in there?
He played the actor that played Denny. Remember, it's just like, how old is this guy I'm supposed to be playing? You know, your age. I'm 25.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So,
Yeah,
Sheta,
you-
I was this close to casting Josh Hutcherson, too.
Really?
But I thought I couldn't afford him because he's in movies right now. So I went with another actor who is good looking, but not traditionally so, and can play really a simple, sympathetic guy. And I went with Charlie Heaton,
I love him too.
who everyone will know from Stranger Things.
Yes.
Okay.
Dang, that's a good one too.
Somebody you'd feel really bad passing up and then having get killed.
Oh no, why? This is so sad. I hate it. I like that one, Justin.
And then my Parlin, same thing. I went with somebody where I felt it's like kind of Hollywood normal, not over the top good looking, not ugly, just kind of, yeah, he's a normal guy.
Boy
And-
Next Door.
Yeah. I went with Rupert Grint.
I like that one too. That one would be
that's
really sad.
good. Oh no.
I don't know what it is, but a redhead being rejected and being killed just makes me sad.
I don't. Does he really count as being rejected? He's the one that rejected her.
Yeah, because she had already pushed him away. He was just smart enough to know it already happened.
Ooh, I like that one too. Dang, these Parlins are pretty cute. I like them.
I was going to say when the best looking one is Josh Hutcherson. That's really interesting. No offense, but...
All right. Now let's keep going with Denth and them's gang and cast my jewels. All right. I'm going with Mia Goth as my jewels. I think she just has the most I am dead inside look of like all actresses.
Oh, that's a good direction to go. I didn't think to do that.
Yeah, she
I
just
know
looks
the-
like
I know the
Oh.
name, and I kind of recognize her, but I don't know what from.
she's from like the Pearl and X movies.
Yeah, I've never seen her. Oh, wait, wasn't she in
Okay.
that one thing? Wasn't she in something?
She'd just said what she was in.
Yeah, but something I've seen.
I don't know what if you've seen her ever.
Let me. I
But
can look it
She
up.
just looks like like she has like a vulnerability, but also like a toughness to her, and I think it's really good for the character.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen her in anything.
Yeah, but I just think I like that, and also she can play like cold and a little like mean.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I can see it.
Oh, do I know something else, Sheta? There's yet another person that's in the Frankenstein movie that's coming out.
Oh my god!
She's playing Elizabeth.
Yay! Oh my gosh!
Oh wow, that'll be
That's
fun.
so good.
And who's the victor?
It's my Zebron, yeah.
No,
Oh, okay. No, that's the monster.
Oh, Victor, Oscar
Isaacs.
That'll be. I'll see that right away. All right, I did not go with the dead inside way, even though I wish I did. That's good. I went with somebody who comes off as like a tough bitch, but also a total loser at the same time. I went with Jenna Malone from Joe's favorite movie.
Sucker Punch.
But not the Sucker Punch version, more the Hunger Games version.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I've seen her in Hunger Games.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, no, she's good at
I
being
never
like
knew
that.
that actress's name until today. So
What? Really?
actually, that's the same for quite a few of these actors I had to pick. Where I'm like, I know him from that one thing.
All right, and actress I went with is one where I feel like she could play sort of that kind of annoyed, angry, upset sort of person. I went with Elizabeth Moss.
Geez, you've got an expensive movie, Joe.
Right. Star-studded cast.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is why I'm not a casting director.
Like, you already blew the budget. Like,
well, no, he got really cheap protagonists and hugely expensive, like, supporting cast.
like characters, right? Like, why are you doing this? That's funny.
I think that'd be awesome. I think that'd be so fun.
No, because you just be confused, like, and then you would also seem like you're pinching pennies given like your 2 minutes to your stars, because that's all you can afford. You know, like, that's good.
So now I'm trying to see the whole cruise. These are weird, dangerous crews.
Well, we still have Claude.
Yep,
All right,
yep.
yeah, Claude is next. All right. Claude, who I had a lot of fun casting. Okay. I casted for my Claude, Austin Butler. Yee! Okay. This is him
Why
from
are all your
Dune.
photos Fade Routha?
What?
Why are all your photos him as Fade Routha?
As the same character.
Well, because that's my idea. Like, he can be a little like a soldier, you know, and a little like zombie-like and dead.
What else do you know him from? Is there something else, or?
Elvis.
Elvis.
Oh,
and then
okay, he's
also,
that guy.
I think Sky Captain's movie or show on Apple.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you meant that old movie. Okay.
No. I don't remember what it's called. Like, but it's like an old timey pilot movie.
Once Upon a
show.
Time in Hollywood.
Oh, was he?
Played Tex Watson.
He played the main character in that movie? Wow.
Yeah, he's kind of a chameleon too. Yeah, I want to get that show.
Well, I never imagined Claude
Masters,
being so
yeah.
buff, Sheta.
He is an ex-soldier and he's very fit. And
Okay.
Okay.
And he's going to be hooking up with Mia Goth. That'll be a very popular casting.
Okay. My only thing, though...
I don't remember who this character was, but I guess he played a character named Chase in 3 episodes of Arrow.
Whoa. I gotta watch that.
I don't remember
I don't know who Chase was.
Not Adrian Chase?
No, that was a different guy.
Yeah, okay. I don't know then.
That guy's great, but that role sucked.
We'll have to watch that again. Okay. Yeah, but the only thing about this casting is when I looked at it next to each other, he and Mia Goth look too much kind of similar. And I was like, people are going to think they're brother and sister.
Yeah. Well, that would just add to the appeal, I'm sure.
I mean, it would add for me, but other people might be like, but we don't really get that in the book anyway, like what their relationship is. So that'll be up to the fans to look at.
Not a relationship. She controls him.
But you said there was. You lied.
Yeah, she has sex with him.
That's like having a relationship with your sex doll. Like, it's not...
She was in love with him before.
That's like people who have a relationship with their fucking AI chatbot, you know?
That's not true. They had a relationship before. That'd be like having
Yes.
No,
your
it said that
boyfriend-
she liked him, and that was the only reason she joined. It never said they had a relationship before. I did not say those words.
Well, that's even more fucked up than what I thought. That's
All
really
right. Let's get out of here. This debauchery.
Ugh.
My casting is the most typecasted generic casting of all time because Claude is going to be covered in makeup, so his looks doesn't matter because he's just playing a corpse. He is going to be played by Doug Jones.
That's so cute. I love it. Also,
Somebody who can
typecasting
play
him.
weird ass shit and have the presence be there. That's it.
Just because he played a zombie before.
He's played many weird things like that. Like I said, most generic typecasting of of my entire thing. Because I had to do this in about 5 minutes because I didn't have a Claude.
It's funny.
All right.
That's
Well, mine, I just went with somebody where I felt like same thing. You can kind of make them look like a zombie. He's a little bit larger built and has had some roles where he's played some intimidating stuff. I went with, come on, Donnie Wahlberg.
Donnie Wahlberg. Who is that?
He played Agent
of the
Matthews in Saw.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Is
He's
he of the
also a member-
Wahlberg Burgers?
Yes, he's Mark Wahlberg's brother.
Oh,
Donnie
really? I never
Wahlberg.
knew that.
Yep, Donnie Wahlberg was also a member of New Kids on the Block.
And that's
No
where I know him
way.
best from, of course.
And he's also, for the past decade, he's been a starring role in the show Blue Bloods.
Cool.
I
Cool.
I just mostly kind of think of him from Saw because he had like that anger and stuff and a little bit of a presence, so it'd be kind of like that, but just as a zombie.
All right. Last but not least, we have Nightblood. And I casted Paul Bettany as my Nightblood.
Typecast,
He
but a
has-
good one.
Yeah, he's got the most soothing voice ever.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want him to hear him say so much evil everywhere while he's killing a bunch of people.
That would come out very different than how I read those lines, so.
And
Yeah,
I
I
want to hear
like it.
him
I like it.
be confused about what evil is and asking all the questions and
Mhm.
having such a gentle voice. Like I just want to hear it.
For my Nightblood, I went with somebody who can be incredibly upbeat, friendly, and sound totally innocent completely while saying some of the darkest things you've ever heard. Jack McBrayer.
Oh my god, I love it. That's so good. Oh my god.
Oh,
He voices
Fix it,
In
Felix.
Record-
Felix.
yeah, Fix It
Mhm.
Felix. That's so cute. Oh my god, I freaking love it. Man, that's good.
But of course, the main inspiration is his Kenneth role in 30 Rock, for people who aren't familiar.
Yeah. Oh my god. Now I want to hear that. That's so good. Man, I'm dying.
Something that I feel would almost be unnerving to hear with all the darkness around the sword.
Oh, I like it. That's my favorite casting so far.
I liked your casting, Sheta. I liked it.
I like it.
When
I
you
like
picked
mine
it, I was
too.
like, if I would have thought of that, I would have picked it because he sounds so friendly and like he can be kind of like how he does with Jarvis, you know, he can be somewhat soulless while also having heart to him. It's a really interesting thing he
Yeah.
can do.
They're both good. I wouldn't know what to pick.
Well, mine, a little bit different route because I just went with a voice actor, but it's one where he's mostly has done like anime dubbing, works for Funimation, now Crunchyroll, but he's one of my favorites, and I always feel like he kind of has, like, when he does his lines, a little bit of a comedic touch to it, but it can kind of come off. But that's also kind of how I felt like Knight's Blood came off as. So I went with Ian Sinclair. Probably his
Which
most
one is he?
probably his most well-known roles would be Brook in One Piece. He does Whis in Dragon Ball Super. He does the narrator in Kaguya-sama.
These are the dubs.
Yes, the dubs. But he is
Yeah, I've
pretty
heard
much
his Brook voice. Yeah, it's very friendly.
Pretty much every
Mm.
single
he
thing I
voices
see him in.
Space Dandy. I've heard him in there then.
Yeah, pretty much anything I've ever like heard him in, his character is always like one of my favorites, and I feel like he could just be the guy doing so well, being like, "Would you like to destroy some evil today?" Oh yes. Oh yeah, I like Vivenna. She's pretty. You don't know what pretty is. I think she is anyway. Just his voice, I feel like would go perfectly with Nightblood.
Dang. These Nightbloods are tough competition. Who would have thought that?
Oh, I always knew the Nightbloods were going to be good
Yeah?
because you don't have to
Yeah.
worry about what the actor looks like at all. You can just go full on,
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
true.
I will admit, I was originally gonna put Alan Tudyk as Nightblood, but
So was I, but I already casted him
Same.
as what Orsir in the last movie, so I didn't cast him, but I was gonna as well.
yeah. But
Now
then
that's some
Man.
typecasting.
yeah. But then I was thinking, like I said, I liked Ian Sinclair's voice a little bit more than Alan Tudyk's.
He's so good at voicing inanimate objects. Like or like not human.
It's weird because he's actually not a good voice actor. He only has like the one voice. It's just such a good voice.
Yeah.
Like he's a great actor, and I think he brings that in. He's a great actor, but he looks like pretty. I'm sorry if you're listening, for God knows what reason. Looks really fucking creepy. So I think it works so well for him to do voices instead. You know.
I think he is cute. I like him.
Actually, he does do voice acting in his Joker role in Harley Quinn. He brings something to that.
He's good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think he always does. I disagree, but
He always sounds the same.
it's slightly different character though.
Well,
you know?
that's the acting. That's what I'm saying. His presence is different, but the voice is the same.
Oh,
you know?
I see.
That's
like
what
voice
I'm saying.
acting.
To me,
I
the
see.
difference between a voice actor and an actor doing a voice role is a voice
Right.
actor can do voices, you know?
Yeah.
Like in The
sounds
Simpsons when you have one guy doing 5,000 voices,
Yeah.
you know?
I get it completely.
Yeah.
Like you actually do voices. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of actors who I think have amazing voices. I love hearing them in the role, but they're not a voice actor. That's just
Yeah.
my little distinction.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Wow, yep, and that is all the people we casted.
Yep.
Any other ones that
No, I did not cast anybody else.
okay.
You didn't cast
not-
the king?
No, he had 2 scenes.
He's the
He was
best
out-
character.
He's out of the book by chapter 2.
I did want to cast some of the other gods, like the young boy and All Mother.
I'm
and
not
stuff
doing
like
that. I don't
No.
care who plays those roles. They're so
I know,
small.
I know. I didn't cast them, but I thought that would be cool. I was very close to casting Jake Gyllenhaal as Denth, though.
Yeah. I mean, he played the same role in Spider-Man. That's why I wouldn't do it.
I know. I'd be like, that's too obvious now.
Do you want to know what's funny right now? So, in the background, I just have my TV on muted, just have MTV Classic, so it just has music videos. Right now, a New Kids on the Block music video's playing.
Wow.
Donnie Wahlberg.
That's crazy. Yeah. Cool. I can't wait to see the video. I do want to see everybody, at least like the groupings put together, like the sisters and the.
That's more
The
work
crew.
than you think, Sheta.
Well, no, it's not. I'll just
Tossing
make
a
those
picture into a video editing program is one thing, but MS Paint is not the most
All right.
malleable
Well,
system.
Let me try to put at least one with a group shot or something. Because I really like seeing it in my photos when I see all the pictures by each other. It looks really cool. So,
Yeah, Sheta, you can make it super easy.
yeah. Okay.
Alright.
I'll do it just for you guys.
Alright.
What do you mean? You're doing it for yourself. You just said that.
Justin. No, I'm doing it for the fans.
Uh-huh.
Even though I would like to see it as well.
Alright. So I think that's gonna be about doing it for our wrap-up episode. Few things I'll talk about first. So, first thing is, one of us is going to be out of town for a couple weeks coming up. And what we're probably going to wind up with a little bit longer break between this and White Sand. Because I did not want to record, say, like the first bunch of chapters, stop for a couple weeks, and then record again after a big break for something that's only going to take like 3 weeks to record anyways. So
Okay.
we're going to take a little bit longer break up front, and then we'll be able to go through them all. So right now we're going to take a normal week off. I'm hoping that we'll have like another 1-star reviews to be able to throw out there. And then a little bit, maybe another week or two off, we'll see. And then we'll come back with our White Sand preview episode. So a little bit longer break, but we will be getting back to you. And another thing that if people want to look forward to, so White Sand's going to be short. Emperor's Soul after that will be short. And then we'll be starting Way of Kings. I'm going to put in between those, an additional episode before Way of Kings. It's just going to be us kind of, it was an idea I came up with, us kind of breaking down our thoughts of what we've read in the Cosmere so far, and then a whole bunch of rankings. I've had fun doing the rankings before, so I wanted to expand that, just make it its own other episode after some thoughts. So if anybody out there that's listening, if you want to throw in your rankings too, we're going to rank all the books and, novellas that we had read at that time. We'll rank, the villains. We'll rank all the ships. Send us an email, your favorites of those, and I'll read them on here. New stuff we'll put in. We'll probably do like our top 10 favorite characters. Maybe like our top 10 moments that we had read in the Cosmere so far. Ranking all the kings/emperors that there had been. Stuff like that. If you want to throw in rankings or your, favorites for that stuff, send an email. It'll be easier for me to keep track of all that with an email. And then we'll read it when we go through ours, if you want to join in. So yeah, that's going to be about it. Let's throw in some plugs. Justin and Sheta, go out there with plugs.
Plug away. All right. If you want to see my art and crafts, I guess, I have my Instagram at Sheta_Blow. And then for cosplay and fashion, you can follow my Mermaid Machete Instagram, which I need to update. So if people actually want to go look,
Yeah, Sheta, you've been pitching that cosplay and fashion. It is so out of date now.
I have
anyone who keeps going, they're like, "Oh, there's a new one." Oh,
I
no.
know. Okay,
It's
I'm
gotta
sorry.
be
Okay,
so disappointed.
just for you, I will post something. I have a lot of stuff I just need to put up there from the past convention that we just went to. So okay, I'm sorry.
For me, Profanity Beaver at what's it called? Instagram, DeviantArt, to see art and comics that are of various qualities.
All right, and then Cosmere Chronicle stuff. You can follow us on the different social medias that are in the links in the description. Send an email, cosmerechronicles@gmail.com. Either your thoughts or throw in your different ranks of that stuff I had mentioned before. And another ranking I thought we would do. We would also rank magic systems if you also want to rank those. And yeah,
I like that one.
Like, subscribe, all the usual stuff. And yeah, that will do it. That's gonna do it for our time on Nalthis. We'll be leaving to go to the next planet. And as I said, it'll be a little bit longer break, but we will be back with the White Sand preview episode and hopefully a Hero of Ages 1-star review bonus thing. So until we come back with you all, hopefully you all have fun. Hopefully you enjoyed all of our ridiculously good-looking Warbreaker movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a sexy movie. Donnie Wahlberg especially.
Yeah. And yeah, have fun, everyone. And
but not too much fun.
Maybe if our YouTube video comes out.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Sheta?
You said it was a good looking book, that's all. And I was like, yeah, it is. I'm looking at the pictures right now. Josh Holloway's giving me the eye.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Okay, bye-bye.
Oh, shit. I need to scroll up to hit stop. Stupid pictures.
Yay.